Okay, we are live. All right. How's everybody doing tonight? I can see some people already come in, and I'll give it a couple minutes. Let a couple more come on in. Winnie, good to see you. Corey, good to see you, brother. Beyond Comfort Travel Adventures, also good to see you, also. And I want to welcome everybody to a Saturday night, late night live. Um, I didn't expect to be this late, guys, and I do apologize. I got off work super late tonight. Um, I was planning on coming on a couple hours earlier than this, but you know, it is what it is. Gotta go to work and make that money. You know what I'm saying? Um, anyway, good to see you, Michelle B. Caroline's Dreams, Chris Cook, Miss Chris Cook, Deanna Barnes. Good to see you guys. Um, Really glad you guys came in. Good to see you. Tonight, okay, I got a couple videos to show you guys that I downloaded, and I think they'll be really good videos. And I want to talk about opening up your options. Okay, we talk about that a lot, right? And you know, when you open up your options, whether you go through with the other options, you have more choices. You have better quality. Okay, because when you open up your options, whether it be man or woman, right, there's more to choose from. If you're willing to date somebody outside of your race, if you know that's strictly up to you. Some of us prefer people outside our race. We're in love with people that don't look like us, even though those jokers say it's unnatural. No, men and women are attracted to each other, and some of us are attracted to some guys like me. We're attracted to women outside our race. I've always been attracted to black women. Um, that's my preference. Okay, um, and you know everybody has their preference, right? And whatever you choose is up to you. You just want the best person for the job, the best one you know for what you want out of life, if you're dating or getting married. Okay. I had attraction to women my whole life. And I wasn't going after black women for the experience or see what it's like. I chose the black woman for a wife. That's what I wanted. I even prayed for that. Um, that was my intention. That was my motive, you know. And not all is not everybody's motive is like that. Some people just want to have fun, just want to date, see what it's like to be with someone with a different race. You know the deal. But for me, it was strategic. It was I was looking for a wife, um, and that's what I wanted from a black woman. I wanted to be with a black woman because I was attracted to black women, and I have love for black women. So that's who I wanted to be with, and that's who I'm with. Um, but I wanted it in marriage. I wanted it in a family. Okay. And there's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of guys like me. Um, Not all of them will be vocal like I am. Not everybody will tell the world that they love black women. I do. And number one, because it's true. Number two, I like doing it. And number three, some of the ladies are uplifted. We're all uplifted when people express their love for us. All of us do, men and women. We're human. We love to be uplifted. We love people to love on us, right? Anyway, I wonder. Yeah, yeah. I'm talking about open up your options. It's something we talk about a lot, right? Yeah, but anyway, but yeah, but I got some videos I want to show you guys, and you know, I I asked my friend Sunkiss to come on tonight and kind of help me out, help me be my co-host tonight, and help me with these videos. And then towards the end, we'll open up the panel. Okay. I'm going to bring her up right now. And all right. Hey, Sunkiss.
Party people.
How you doing? Hey, thanks for coming on tonight. I know it's late, and I got off work super late, and I know you're an hour ahead of me, so it's really late where you're at.
That's
So,
okay. I'm eating. I'm in the car eating. So.
Oh, okay. You're in the car?
Mm-hmm. I'm in
Okay.
the car eating. I just left from a restaurant eating, spending quality time with myself.
Oh, okay. Nice. Well, if you want to get home, I could bring you right back on.
Huh?
I said if you want to get home, I could bring you back on.
Oh no, I'm fine. I do this all the time. I'm out sewing or doing crafts and all that in the car too. So my car is my second home, so I'm fine.
Oh, okay, nice. All right. Yeah, I was talking about opening up our options for the best choice.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we all should. That's my opinion because we have more of a selection. And I was just saying, how I love Black women and that's my preference. And like nobody's heard that before, right? But,
Okay.
anyway, I just love saying it. But I want to talk about that tonight. And I got a couple videos I want to show you guys. And these men love Black women. One guy's a Russian, okay? And in this video, he was in a relationship for 10 years. But he loves Black women. And this other guy's an Asian guy. And he likes Black women. So I wanted to show, I know I always talk about Black women and white men relationships, but I'm for all relationships, and ladies, you can find good men that are white or Asian or Hispanic, the options are wide open. And I do support those marriages also. Any marriage that's a good marriage, I support it, regardless of who it is. But these videos were really nice. I showed you the white guy the other night, and that was pretty fun to watch and stuff. And just getting people's perspectives. It's fun to watch. But I'm going to pull up the first one. And this is a Russian guy, okay? And I believe he immigrated from Russia. But he loves Black women. And he explains some characteristics. In the beginning, he's going to talk about Black women's butts, so don't get offended. He's kind of making a point, but just listen to his message. And in this, he's actually with a Black woman. So yeah, I love options too. We should all love options, right?
Yeah.
When you go shopping, ladies, you want the options, right? You pick out that special bag. Some just don't have the right design. And, my wife loves bags. She likes Michael Kors bags. That's her thing. And, I either take her to let her pick it out or I let my daughters help me. They know better on that stuff than I do. But anyway.
You're a smart man. You're a smart man.
Yeah, I don't mess with that because what I think she'll like, well, maybe not so much. Ladies got their special styles, and it goes with the outfits and stuff. And, it's kind of like picking the right person to be with, the right husband or wife, right? You want the one that compliments you, that fits you, that makes you the happiest, that celebrates you. And love can come in many packages, and we spending some time here with you guys. I love it. And our last show was so awesome. We got off topic like we do a lot, and there's some people that want to drag me for it, but I'm like, okay, but we found a blessing when we drifted off. And it's like, you guys ever seen that painter? Bob Ross, the white guy that's got the fro, and
Mm.
you know he passed. I think he had cancer, but back in the 70s, he would paint these paintings, and he's real famous to this day. He would take a canvas and start painting it. You know, he talked in a a soft voice, and he would explain how he's painting,
Mhm.
and he would say something that kind of I think about when we veer off and we make that mistake. He would say when he's doing his paintings, he'd make a mistake. He would say, I can do this with that.
Mm.
And it's like he took a flaw and made his masterpiece even better.
Yeah.
He used to call it happy mistakes. And I thought about that, as some people want to drag me for that. Okay, it's a mistake. You're right. But sometimes we veer off, and sometimes some of these ladies vent, and we tap into emotions, and we get, and it turns out amazing. Like last night, I got emails after the show telling me thank you for and people were emotional. I was emotional too, and it was like we had that blessing from that flaw, from that mistake. And I
Mhm.
thought about Bob Ross when that happened, and it's like we're all flawed, but we take that flaw and make the masterpiece even better.
Mhm.
The happy mistake, you know.
Mhm.
But yeah, he
Yeah.
incorporated mistakes, and if we could do that in life, take our flaws and build on them, make
Mhm.
our portrait even better, you might
Mhm.
say.
That is beautiful. I love the way you put that. That's I'm visualizing everything that you're saying, and that's a good analogy. That's beautiful. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, I just
Um,
wanted to talk about that because
yeah.
there's a couple people want to drag me on that. But that's fine.
What that's amazing. Out of the whole show, that people want to pull that again, cherry pick that, and say, "Oh, that's wow, that's the way a conversation should go. It should be organic." But you always going to have someone want to find something negative out of something so beautiful. Because that show it harmonized like a beautiful song. For instance, like what's her name? What was her name? Sade. You know that song,
Oh yeah,
Smooth
sorry.
Operator. Yeah, Smooth Operator. It was like that. It was that show was just smooth because we all was adding something, organically, and to
It,
that show too. It bounced off, but I don't know. But as you were saying about Bob Ross, that was
yeah.
it was epic the way that you put that because I saw everything that you were saying. But then as you were speaking, I was thinking to add to that, over in China, they have the fine china over there, and they really appreciate their china. And
Mhm.
the delicate pieces over there, if their china goes to crack, rather than get rid of it, they still see the value in that china. So what they do is they take gold and they pour the gold in the cracks of that china, that fine china. And that gold just drenches down into the cracks, and then they seal it, and it actually appreciates even more, because not only is that china still valuable because it's china, it's fine, but then that gold makes it appreciate even more, and it looks better. And so when I think about the conversation that we all had the other night, um even though it was a group of us speaking on our pain, we as black women, we came together that night, although we veered off, and we
Yeah.
talked about our cracks. What I valued is the fact that, yeah, we may be cracked, and we shared the cracks and crevices that we had throughout life. We were supposed to fall apart because we separated. And we were segregated because of all of what happened to us, but we didn't. Our grit and our tenacity as Black women, we took all of the lemons and all of what life was thrown at us because of what we weren't given. We took all of that and we took it and we made it, turn it into gold with the help of what should have broken us. And we poured it into the cracks. And we came together that night and we shared it.
Yes.
And we were fine china. And we looked like fine china with gold poured into our crevices. And that is what people should have saw. And that's what you should have gotten back in emails, or the trolls should have saw that night.
Yeah. Well, actually, I did get some emails that were good. A couple ladies told me thank you,
Good.
and it was an emotional thing. And I just, I talked to my wife about that. I said, we got off topic again. I was like, man, but it was a blessing.
Yeah.
It was, it's like we on the panel. It's like we connected, and it's like the chat connected too. Like we were like a family, and we were sharing the pain. I can't. I don't know what Black women go through. I don't know the pain, but I could like feel it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and you ladies are so resilient, and you're like you said, that china that you put the gold in, and you might feel broken, but you're even better,
And
and
see, and that right there, we feel broken like that, those cracks. We
yeah,
feel broken, but we're not. We're just bent. So when they pour the gold in there, it just solidifies the fact that we're not broken. We're just bent. So it's
yeah,
something that could be severed, and that is what I value that night. And I have even spoken about. I love my fro. Oh, that handle
oh,
is so sharp.
yeah, yeah,
I've spoken about her in such a wonderful way, and that I have even, she's sharp. She's sharp. And even interesting. I have spoken about her. She's sharp. And there's so many different ones that I've spoken about. And I have even had them in mind when I've written some poetry. There's many, many. I have not mentioned the handles, but I have. But I've spoken or written some poetry with them in mind. But really sharp women that come on a panel that really they have been some gold that has been that has poured in some of my cracks. So that really, and even yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. And you know what, and through that when we have these panels, you know so many times I just see how beautiful you ladies are. Just, what's in your heart and your emotions, and it just, I, one guy sent me a message, and it was from a Black guy. He says, that the love of a Black woman comes from God Almighty. And I was like, you know what, you are so right. It's like, and it's so true. I
Thank
look
you.
at my wife Sandy, and I'm just like, wow. And I see you ladies, and I see that it's like, you ladies are like no other. I mean, and I see that. I see the beauty. I see the emotions. I see what your heart. Um, and I was feeling the pain, and I don't even know what you went through. It was like, oh my gosh, you know, and that was a time I was like, thank God we went off topic. And I even said it at the end. I was like, oh man, this was a blessing, and I think that's what I really want out of YouTube. It's nice to have a show that goes perfect, and we have it together, everything looks beautiful, but when you really reach people emotionally and you have communication after the show and you tap into what's in people's heart and the emotion, that's what it's all about. Regardless if there's, you know, 20 subscribers or 20,000, you know, it just that's that's the beauty in this right there. Last night was like it was a blessing. It was. I think we were all touched. I know I was. But
I was too. It was a beautiful show. That I think that was one of your best ones. It was a good, really good one. I think
yeah,
too, if it comes to manufacture something, I mean, it's just stick to what's written. I think it's like you said, a show. It's a show.
yeah,
And it becomes like the Stepford Wives, um, then it's exactly what it is. But and most days it can be like that. It can be just
yeah,
that, and
it,
people will love that.
yeah, and
Mm,
that's good. But sometimes
yeah,
it's good to make those happy mistakes. You
yeah,
know.
exactly. I love that, Brent. Oh my goodness, I
I
love
just
that.
thought about that. I was like, man, Bob Ross came to mind. I was like, wow. But
That's sharp. That is really I like that. The happy mistakes, and I still subscribe to him, and now his son is the I saw something came up my feed today. It was talking about carrying it on, and then you brought that up, and I thought, wow. And I used to, it was him, and then it was Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and you
yeah,
know, um, oh,
yeah,
hi,
and
I love my fro. Hi, my
yeah,
friend. It's like as you're ministering tonight, God is making your healing public from other women who don't have a voice. Okay, Brent, thank you for oh my goodness, there you
thank you,
are.
thank you so much. I love my fro. You didn't have to do that. Thanks for the $20 super chat. I appreciate that.
Oh,
Yeah, Sun Kiss, you're ministering tonight. You're on point.
oh.
I love the China analogy. That is so nice and so true. You know. Um, but yeah, thanks for the $20 super chat. But yeah, you are ministering tonight, and God's, you know, making our healing public for other. And that, yeah, you know what, and that's good. And you know, but yeah, and you know what, I want you ladies to have a voice. And even if you go in on us men, please feel free. Uh, we're not talking about all. We never do. I mean, but sometimes you ladies, you have some trauma and you vent. I know I vent. Um, and I want that safe space. I'm not looking to fight or go in on nobody, no. But sometimes the healing process takes a little venting, you know. And but yeah, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I do appreciate that. I'm
Thank
thankful and humble.
you. Thank you. I love my fro. Thank you, sweetheart. I have been talking about you and thinking about you ever since you've been
Yeah,
on. You are such a dear. You really are such a dear. Oh my, thank you. Thank you. I feel honored. Thank you so much. Um, oh, she's such a sweetheart. And also interesting. I missed you. I know you. I don't know if you've been listening. Whatever. I miss you being on. And also,
oh,
what's her name? It was another one. Oh, what was it? What's her name?
oh, thank
Um,
you for subscribing. My name is here.
your
Appreciate that.
name. Your name is cool. Oh, awesome. I hope one day she comes up on hopefully one day you come up on the panel.
Yeah,
Yes, yes. Okay, cool.
always welcome. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
I love my fro. Yeah,
I
I
love
like
my
that.
son here. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I beat you. I have one on you.
There you go. Um, you know, um, I miss back in the '70s when women would have those froze and you know, I always thought that was beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, but it's kind of funny because you look at Bob Ross, he had a fro too.
I, yeah.
You know, back in the day, even white people were getting froze. I remember my uncle and cousin went and got a perm and looked so silly. It was so. Me and my dad were just grabbing our stomach, you know, laughing, rolling because it just looked so unnatural. It was like, oh my goodness. I
That's
mean,
funny.
some white people should have never even tried that, but it was funny. But I love when women wore the fro back in the day. Even when my wife takes out her braids and stuff, you know, I tell her,
Yeah.
wear it like that for a while, you know. Sometimes she does. And it gets, you know, braids really helps her hair grow nicely.
Yeah. It does.
You know?
It does.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you so much.
And another one too, Brent, was Love
Yeah.
Quest and the other one on the panel too. Love Quest and Forest Bear, was it? Forest Bear?
Forest Bear,
yeah, they were good. Yeah, on the panel that night too.
Yeah, those ladies were awesome. That was a good show. That was awesome.
Yeah. So that shout out to them too. Shout out to them too. Yeah.
The topic tonight is opening up your options for the best choices. Okay, love comes in different packages, and I'm going to show you a couple videos. Let me go ahead and do the disclaimer real quick, and I'll show you. One guy's a Russian guy that likes black women. One guy's an Asian guy. Okay, and I promote not just black women and white men, but also black women, Asian, Hispanic, Middle Eastern. You know, whatever you ladies like, it's your choice, and choose the best man for the job. Let me go ahead and put this on the screen real quick. Let me see. Okay, good. I got both of us on there. Okay, this is the copyright disclaimer, guys. And we're going to show some videos from these men's channel. And I would say afterwards, check their channels out. You know, show them some love. These guys are, you know, seem pretty good guys, and they put out some good information. And it's always good to get people's perspective, right? But anyway, the Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, okay? You could go ahead and read, but basically what we're doing is we're using these videos for criticism, comment, education, and commentary, okay? So we're going to get entertained, but we're going to also learn something too, a little education, and we'll all have our opinions on it. And, you know, that's what it's all about. So that's the copyright disclaimer. So hopefully everybody read that. Let me go ahead and pull that off here real quick. I'll go ahead and remove that. And then we're going to start with the Russian guy here.
Different than dating.
Okay, all right, there he is. And it shows a picture of his girlfriend. I don't know if that's his wife or not. I think it's his girlfriend. But anyway, let's go ahead.
You know, for somebody who's been in interracial relationships for over 10 years now, I get that question a lot from my friends and from just people online. And, you know, and people say, well, you know, I don't want to sound racist. You know, you don't. It's actually a good question. And this is something you should consider if you're thinking about dating outside of your race, especially dating black women, because there are some differences that you should know about. So let me share some of the experiences that I've had and some tips that I can offer so you can create a better connection and hopefully a good relationship moving forward. But before that, go ahead and click on that subscribe button, because I talk about interracial relationships, relationships in general, men's fashion, and many other interesting topics. So if you subscribe to my channel, you won't miss anything moving forward.
Okay, and that's his name. I'm not good with pronouncing it. It's a Russian name, Alexis Navisky. Okay.
Yeah. Alex Navisky.
Yeah, check out his channel. One of the ladies said he's handsome. So you ladies
cute.
go ahead.
He is really cute. I mean, seriously.
There you go. Really, okay.
I'm going to be subscribing really soon. Yes.
Okay, yeah, everybody go and subscribe.
I'll start with a joke. What is the difference between dating a white girl and a black girl? Well, when you're dating a black girl, when she asks you if those jeans make her ass look big, the correct answer is hell yeah.
Okay, let me stop there. Okay, this seems like he's kind of fetishizing, right? Okay, but when we get beyond that point, just listen to what he says, okay? Um, he's got some good points. He's making a joke. It's kind of like dry humor, but that's not what the video is about. He just makes that one joke here. But let's continue.
Now, I know I said it's a joke, but at the same time, not really. I have to say that this is mainly true, and this is one of many differences that you will probably see when dating black women. In my case, most black women that I've dated always wanted their butts to look bigger than they are, and most white and Asian and other girls that I've dated always wanted their butts to look smaller. So let's talk about.
Okay, I might have to disagree a little bit on that. But look at the Kardashians. Did they want their butts smaller? I mean, I don't know. I'm seeing on, it seems like I think actually other women are trying to emulate black women a lot. I think a lot of women want the bigger, the curves and stuff, but that's my opinion, but that's not important.
These and many other differences, so your approach to dating black women could be a successful one, and hopefully you develop a relationship and maybe even marriage with a wonderful and beautiful black woman. First, let's be honest with ourselves. We are attracted to black women for a lot of physical attributes that they have that may not be as common in other women. For some people like myself, it's dark skin. For some, it's full lips. For some, other attributes that they have. And that is okay. It is okay to be attracted to something different or something specific. Now, what's not okay is to say, well, I would like to try a black girl. That's first of all, that's offensive, and you will definitely get a really, really bad reaction because of that. But also, this is a wrong reason to get into any relationship, even if it's just a fling. Okay, this is not a.
Okay, let me stop it right there. He makes a really good point. Okay, oh, sorry. I took you out. Okay. He makes a very good point. Okay. He says it's okay to, we're attracted to black women because they're beautiful, right? A man is wired to be attracted to women. That's okay. And it's okay to be attracted to a black woman or whatever woman you're attracted to. No problem. But he makes a point where he says, well, I'd like to try a black woman. No, that's getting into fetishization, lust. You don't go for the experience. Go for the love. I think that's what he's saying. That's what I got out of it. What do you think, Sunkiss? I mean, good point.
Yeah.
Don't go for the experience. Go for the relationship. Go for the love. And that's a good point he made.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Let's continue.
Rap video. This is real life. And by the way, they will see right through you. If you try to date them just because you want to try a black girl, you're not going to get that far. One thing I do have to mention that, not all black women are open to dating white men. There are some different reasons for that.
Yeah, that's true. They're not all open. But some are. So hey.
Yeah.
Let's
and it's true, not all are open, but
yeah.
I think black women it's more black women that are willing to give it a try. It all depends on his approach. You'd be surprised at the black women that will say, okay, I'll see. It just all depends on his approach.
That's a good point. I think that's the case with a lot of black women. A lot of black women are really reasonable. They of course they got to be attracted to you, but a lot of times they'll just see what you have to offer. Where are you coming from? Not all of them are going to just kick you to the curb. Some will, but that's life. But some are open. But your approach is the most important thing. That's Sunkiss made a great point. Yes. But let's continue with the video.
Some black women believe that they betray black men when they date outside of the race. You know, for some, their families and friends are just not okay with that, so they don't do it. You know, and those may be wrong reasons not to date outside of your race, but you know what? It's not your problem. Just know that not everyone.
Okay, I want to stop there. Hello, Carolyn. Good to see you. I just want to stop there. Some women won't date out, guys, because of race loyalty. Some feel that they're betraying black men by dating out. That's a real thing. Some feel that way, and some are just scared to do it because they don't know what you're like. You're stepping out of that comfort zone. So,
But
yes.
Can I ask this one thing, Brent? See, the thing is, black women are always, we already have a lot of the world on us, and we have to carry a lot. And so we don't have many allies. And so if we know that he's going to help us along with this fight, because it's going to be a fight.
Yeah.
If she knows that he's going to help her to approach this with and support her with his family and even with her family, if she has to come back and say, my dad says this, my brother said, my mother, or whatever the case may be, and he's going to be on her side, you'd be surprised of the women that says, could you please protect me? Even though that black woman may look strong, she may sound strong. Some days we just need to be protected, and so if she knows that if he's going to protect her or help her, even if it's kind of early on, you'd be surprised how heavy that is. So if he knows that, okay, look, we're at this point, okay, we're going to mention this to the family or whatever. Could you just do this with me, along with me? And if she knows that he's going to do this along with her, then she'll do it. But she can't take another brick. She can't take another lick or kick by herself. She has to know that he's going to be able to do it with her. And once she knows that he's going to help her with this, then she'll say, okay. But to take another lick, another piece of load, 9 out of 10, she's not going to do it because it's too heavy.
And guys, listen to what she's saying. Okay, I've heard a lot of black women say that they want protection. They want to feel secure, and protection comes in different ways. Of course, the physical protection. You don't want no harm to come to her, but protection and showing her love, telling her she's beautiful, uplifting her. That's protection too. Providing shelter. Providing a place to live, the basics, food, clothing, and that's protection too. And us as men need to do that. We need to protect women. All men need to do this. This should be just something we just do without even thinking about it. Women, in that we have a relationship in, our wives, they compliment us. They have our back. They're nurturing. They lift us up. A lot of times I come home, I'm down. My wife recharges me. She shows me that love. But my job as a man is to go to work, pay the bills, provide for her, protect her, and protection comes in many ways. Of course, the physical, but the mental protection, the emotional, because there are abusive relationships where the man will put down the wife he's with, talk down to her. There's so many forms of abuse, but I think that's what it is. Protection goes in many different ways, just like love. Love ain't just a physical thing we do. It's emotional, it's spiritual, it's, it comes from heaven. And that physical aspect's in there, yes. And through marriage, doing it God's way, you get perfect love. But guys, listen to what she's saying. And I've heard black women say this. They want to be protected. They want to be uplifted. And I'm telling you, you're in a relationship with a black woman and you show her that, you'd be amazed how much love you get. You know. But anyway, but thanks for that, Sun Kissed. I just want the guys to focus on this, because if you're thinking about dating interracially, you got to understand that black women, they go through a lot. And us as white men, we a lot of times don't see it. We don't understand. We don't know what she's talking about. But come with love and respect and listen to them. Okay. Anyway, do you want to add anything before I get back to the video?
No, that was covered well. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. That's awesome. Okay, let's continue on.
Who's going to be open to dating you? Take it as it is and move on. There's plenty of fish in the sea, just like everywhere else. The hair. I mean, I can tell you about this topic probably for the next hour. I won't. I encourage that you research this on your own, but you should be at least aware that this is a big deal. And the reason this is a big deal is because the black hair is very different than any other hair, okay? And there are two types of women when it comes to black hair. First type is the women who like to wear it natural, meaning it's their own hair, but at the same time, black hair is really fine and really kinky, and it takes a lot of work to style it and to kind of get it under control. Now, the second type are the women who like to wear weaves or wigs. So this is not their hair, this is the hair that comes in a piece that they put in their hair in different ways. If you don't know, girl, and even if you do, but not for too long, you better get a special permission to touch her hair. Sometimes they don't even like you talking about their hair.
Okay, I won't stop there. Yeah, don't mess with her hair unless she lets you. Now, I've been married to my wife several years, so I can touch the hair, but we have true love. So, but if you're dating, but yeah, that's funny. But what he talks about is hair, and a lot of you white guys don't know this. Okay, I know it. I've been married to my black wife over 27 years, and I've paid for weaves, wigs, braids, all the hairstyles black women have. And that, I have no problem with that. Black women have beautiful hairstyles. And like he's saying, some women go natural, and it does take a lot of work. I know when, with me and my wife, when we had our kids, when our kids were little, my wife, stayed at home and took care of the kids. And she would wear her hair natural because she could get up and had time to fix it and do that. And it looked very beautiful, but when she was working, she would have braids or a weave. Okay. And there were sometimes, she was on the go and would wear a wig. Okay. Black women do that a lot because it's easier to take care of. They can get up and go. And a lot of times, like, my wife wears braids a lot, and it helps her hair grow and stuff. And their hair is different than any other woman. And that's a special quality black women have. They have beautiful hair. It's different. It's unique. Okay. And ladies, embrace that the uniqueness you have. Nobody has skin tone like you. Nobody has hair like you. You got a uniqueness to you, and it's special. Embrace it. And a lot of us white guys, we like that. You heard him say he likes the hair, the dark skin. You see white guys with black women, a lot of times they're dark complected. And somebody told me that us white guys like that. I never really focused on skin tone, but, well, my wife's dark complected, but, I'm just saying, where black men might like it, a different way. Us white guys, we're attracted to dark skin. But a lot of us white guys don't even think about that. We just find black women beautiful. But anyway, I don't know if that's a subconscious thing. But anyway, just embrace who you are. You're beautiful. You're special. You're, God created a Peace.
Britt, let me ask you this, because I had a lot of black women to say this to wonder amongst our little society.
Uh-huh.
That white men tend to like to like the one's body to be nice and tight, whereas with black women's bodies aren't as tight. Whereas black men like for black women for the woman's body to be softer and jiggly, you know,
Um,
and you guys like for black or white men like for the body to be tighter. Explain that a little bit more, being that we talk about the physical. What
okay.
is okay.
Yeah. What I would say to that, and I can't speak to for all white men
Mhm.
but when you say tight, like skinny, just
What
little tight,
or just more firm, the body to be firm, because black women, our bodies tend to be, when we walk, our bodies tend to jiggle a little more. After we have kids, our
you
bodies
know
tend
what?
to not stay as much as long or what have you.
Yeah, and that's a personal preference. White men like different body structures. I know the
Mhm.
black guys would say, "Oh, you white guys like women with no butts and a big chest." I'm just like,
Yeah,
well,
I've heard
I'm
that.
not. I no, I'm not like that.
Hmm.
I actually like the curves. I do. I don't want someone just skinny and little petite. I'm not into that. But that's a
So it's a
personal
positive.
thing.
Okay.
Um, but I don't. I didn't choose my wife just on that thing, you know. But
Mhm.
white men, we're different. We got different taste.
Mhm.
Some guys like women that are real curvy, the big butt or whatever. Some
Mhm.
don't. It's more on the individual. What
Mhm.
attracts you? What you think's beautiful. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, I don't really focus on the
Mhm.
physical. I try to dig into the more important, what's inside, what's in the heart, the emotions, the passion. This is what really turns us on, ladies. It's not just us looking at your body. I mean, when we approach you, yeah, it's the sight first, right? Oh, she's attractive.
Yeah.
But we get to know you. That's when we really fall in love, you know, and get to know you as a person. And I will say this: black women are emotional, and that's a beautiful thing. It just means they have a big heart. I love women that are emotional. I do.
Mhm.
I like to have that connection. I believe black women are more spiritual than other women. Okay. I'm attracted to that. Um, Black women have good qualities like that. Black women are loyal. And we say, yeah, they're race loyal, but black women are just, to me, I think they're just naturally loyal. If they love you, they give you all of themselves. They give you everything,
Mhm.
you know, and that's a blessing. See, I have a preference for black women, and I would say it's not even a preference. That's just what I want, period, in the story. And people
Mhm.
say, well, that's not right. You shouldn't be biased like that. But it's the truth. And
Mhm.
it goes beyond how you look. It's what's inside. It's, you know, the love I feel from black women. That's why I'm married to my black wife and been married for several years. You know, next month we hit 28 years. So, I mean, but that's because I see more than the physical.
Mhm.
We could talk about curves and body but that's what won me over. And I remember as when I was 5 years old, I remember being infatuated with black women. And it wasn't a lust thing. It wasn't I was looking at her body. I just thought black women were amazing.
Mhm.
And maybe Donna Summer back in the day helped out with that. Dalma from Good Times. I'm just saying,
Mhm.
that image. And then I felt true love. And
Mhm.
as a child, you can sense it, you know it. Um,
Mhm.
but anyway, I hope I'm not getting too winded.
No, 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 no. I mean, because it correlates with what we're talking about, like you said, the physical. Because I know with the comedian Gary Owens, and I don't, this is probably a bad example, but he said that he never dated anybody outside of, a black woman. And he said that it was almost, he said him and his friends would be out and all the white women would come in, and he said he would look and go, he would wait because he wouldn't say anything because he wasn't attracted to the white women. And not that they weren't beautiful. It's just like you said, he just wanted a black woman. And he said that it was almost like when he decided to let his relatives and friends know that he was attracted to black women, it was almost like coming out as a gay person, letting everyone know that, that he was attracted to black women. It's like, because he always knew, he's like being gay, secretly being gay, that he always knew that he was different, and no, I didn't want a white woman. And he said that's what it felt. Of course, he was super funny trying to, he was telling it, but he said that's what it felt like, just keep always having it on the inside, knowing that he was different,
And that's true, because I grew up like that. You can talk to my parents, you talk to my brother, my friends. I always wanted the black girlfriend from when I was 16 till I got married. That's somebody told me something was wrong with me, and out of guilt and obligation, I dated a couple white women, and it never worked out.
Yeah,
and they weren't ugly. They actually were into me, but my heart wasn't in it. And nothing against them, nothing against any other women. That's just me.
Yeah,
It's just who I am. That's who I love, and that's just, how can I explain it? How did I get there? I don't know. I got theories why the attraction went that way, why I was infatuated with black women, and why I'm married to a black woman. No, just the way I am, the way God made me. I just
but it started off, like you said, it was the physical at first, like the guy was saying. It started off, it is a physical attraction, but there's a difference in you always have to help me with this word because I get tongue tied. Fetishizing and just having a preference and being attracted to that person. It's not that, just the big butt or just the full lips or just the dark skin. It all parallels. It correlates with one. And it all comes together. It's not just because of that one thing. You start off being attracted for what you see, but then it's deeper than that too.
Yeah, and that's what a fetishization basically is, where you focus on body parts for like sexual gratification, and you're looking at the woman like an object instead of a person. That's what fetishize. Like we hear feet fetishes, right? People fetishize feet, some the butts, some their chest. It's just like they focus on body part. It's like she's an object, not a person. And I think a lot of people don't know what a fetishization is. I think they think it's just the white man saying, "Man, she's beautiful." Fetishizer. No. There was a joke. One guy says, it was a comedian. He says, the white guys say, "Man, she's beautiful," and they call him fetishizer, and the black guy comes up, "Man, you got a nice butt," and she's like, "Oh, he thinks I'm attractive." That's almost true.
Right. It is true. But you know what? Here's the thing. That's a part, again, every woman wants to have affirmation. That's a part of having affirmation. If you are the guy that doesn't think you're attractive in some way, shame on you. Yeah. Something is wrong with you.
Yeah.
Look, my man better think that I'm attractive in some way. Okay.
Well,
something better draw him to me in some kind of way, because if not, then I'm scared. Something is wrong.
Yeah.
And then as time goes on, then again, as I said before, it gets deeper. But right out the gate, of course, because men, come on now, we all say it's so cliche. Men are just visual creatures. We all know that,
Yeah.
So,
but
yeah.
I think it's where the heart is, because we're wired to be attracted to women. We are.
And we
If
are wired to be
I say
attracted to
that
men.
I'm not
Women, we do the
physically
same thing.
attracted, yeah, if I say I'm not physically attracted to women, I'd be lying. I mean, come on, that's how God made us. But
Right.
there's a time and place for everything, and we need to do it the right way.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
but
Yeah, it's all about timing, and So yeah, you're right.
yeah, let's get back to our Russian friend here
He is so
in an
cute.
interracial relationship. Ladies say he's cute. All
Yeah.
right. I'm not going to comment. I don't look at guys that way. I mean, she looks attractive, though. I'll say that.
She's beautiful. I was saying how gorgeous she is. She has such a sweet face. I call her face is sweet.
Yeah.
Much less touching it. So be aware of that, educate yourself, and make sure you get a permission before you talk, touch, or even look at it. Approaching black women, flirting with black women is also very different. So they're used to more aggressive ways how black guys pursue them, and that is something that they kind of expect from you. A lot of times this is where miscommunication happens. You can smile at a girl and she will have no idea that you're interested, because she expects you to be very straightforward, very aggressive, come up to her and start talking. Now, I'm not saying you should compete with black men. I don't think that's the case, but I think you should understand what black women are usually used to, so you need to adjust the way that you approach them. This one is very important. Don't try to be black. That is probably the worst thing you can do. And I think that goes for all women, not just black women.
Hey, bro, he looks like a gangster, don't he? Yeah, these are good points. And we talked about this, right?
Man, we love him. Oh,
Yeah. Look at the picture he's got there.
that is amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
The thug life. Yes. Oh my word. Oh my word.
Oh, let me get the right. Okay, let's get there. Yeah, you know what? He made good points. And I've heard a lot of you ladies say this, and that just smiling at her, she just thinks you're being friendly. Where Becky sees you smile and she knows, I got his eye. It's different. It's like a different culture. And with black women, I always say be respectfully aggressive. And what I mean by that is go up to her, talk to her, be respectful, and come with love and respect, and let her know where you're at. That way she knows you're interested. If you sit back and, look at her and smile and wink, she might think you're a weirdo and you're fantasizing her. No, I'm serious. And that's where that stereotype, that feeds into that stereotype, because he's not doing nothing. He's just looking at me. And, the perception. So I would say you're interested, approach. But be respectful. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with telling her she's beautiful, and you can compliment her that she looks nice. Don't tell her, her butt looks nice or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, come with love and respect. And you might, she might be interested. And be yourself. What he said, don't be black, okay? You're not a black guy. You're not. And she knows that. So don't try to, and you know what? Don't impress her that you're acting black. It makes her repulsive. It's going back to if you try that, you're probably going to be kicked to the curb and not have a chance. Because that's kind of offensive. And I don't know why white people, and I look at my fellow white people and I say, come on, why do you feel that you got to act like a group of people you're around? Hillary Clinton with the hot sauce in the purse, or the, talking a certain way, trying to throw slang in there. Just be you. I know sometimes some white people grew around black people and they have a little slang. Yeah, I get that. Nothing wrong with that. But you can pick out people. Usually the ones that are trying to pander or trying to, they usually overdo it, you might say. Um, oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Miss Tish Posh Page. Thanks for this $10 super sticker.
Mrs.
I
Tish Posh
appreciate it.
Page. I love that. Tish Posh.
That's all right.
I wish I could have thought of a cute
Miss
name like those are
Posh
cute
Page.
bar handles. I'm thinking bars, but handles. Mrs. Tish Posh Page. That is so cute. I love that.
Get tongue twisted saying it. Miss
I know,
Tish
and
Posh.
that's why I love it because
It's
I'm
unique.
like
Yeah.
I'm spitting all over the place, and I think that's why I love Tish Posh
Yeah.
Page. That's cute.
Thank you so much for the $10. I'm grateful, really. I'm humbled by you guys showing me love like that. I am. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That's a beautiful name, Tish Posh Page.
That's neat.
Got a link to it.
You can never forget that. You can never forget that Tish Posh Page.
Yeah.
Say it fast, Tish Posh Page. Okay. So but you know what? To go along with that, I really love that because that can weed out in my mind. I'm thinking that weeds them out.
Yeah.
Because if a white guy, any non-black guy walks up to me and and I've had some. I've been downtown, dressed
Yeah.
all dressed to the nines, dressed, walking, looking cute, makeup on, and I had a guy, and he was so funny. He had me cracking up laughing. And he said, "Oh my goodness," he said, "Would you please," he had the jersey and the jeans on, all that, had his thing going on. He was like, "Could you please be my woman? Could please marry me? Could you please?" And I'm laughing at him, and he said, "For real?" But he had the little gold chain. It's the way his gestures were, and come on, for real, I need you. Could you be, all that, all this other stuff and all that. And I was like, I'm being kind, but I'm thinking, not on my worst day and your best one. It never, And it was just turning me off. I was like, you just be you, relax and be you,
Yeah. And you know what? He probably
Mhm.
thinks that you want him to be that way.
And that's what it is. And here's the thing, even if
Honestly,
he was dressed that way, and
no, I was going to just say, honestly, us as white people, we're weird that way. We think if we act like you, it's a positive. I don't know. I'm not saying I do. I'm just saying in general. It seems
and
like
I
a lot
get
of
that.
white people do that. I don't know why. I talked to my dad. We talked about that, and I'm like, but a lot of us white people see it as like stupid too. We're like, what? When we see politicians act a certain way to a certain group, it's like just be yourself. That'd be like me going to around eight. I got friends that are Asian, right? I don't go in there and start talking with their accent. I don't try to sound like Jackie Chan. I mean, they would laugh at me like, "What are you
Yeah.
doing?" Because that's not me. And
Mm.
and guys with black women, just be yourself. They don't buy into that stereotypical white guy trying to act black type thing. Now,
And that's fine if they choose to act like that. That's what they choose to do. But
yeah,
if a black woman,
they're
if
going
a
to give me
certain
brownie points.
yeah, but if they're trying to approach a certain level of, a certain caliber black woman, that my thing is this: if that's what you choose, listen. It just all depends on what they're looking for. The average black woman that's trying to climb and trying to do her thing or trying to be on a certain level because she wants to better herself, she can stay in her own community for that.
Yeah.
Seriously, she didn't have to. She didn't have to leave. If she's
Now,
looking for something, she could. She didn't have to leave to get that. Just do you,
now,
and approach her in a respectful way. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. And I think so many men, regardless of what race of men, it doesn't have to be just white, black, just any race of men. I think men in general just miss the mark. The average woman, we're a woman.
yeah.
We don't need a lot. We seriously, we can supply ourselves with things. Seriously, we got that covered. It's the small things. It's the little things that we look for. And as I said to you before, Brent, I think I said this on your show before, that if you come in and just bring something small, that if you just showing us that what you care, the little bitty things, wiping the mud off our shoes, that's our Hermes bag. It's the little things. It's not about acting white or black or this or that and all that. It's the little things to let us know that you're picking up our hankies. It's not the big things. Even in marriage, if we come home because we're tired and you already got the kids bathed and you've done the dishes, you bought that second house or you paid off that mortgage. That in our minds, that's what that feels like. See, because you're still making love. We're still on our honeymoon 25 to 28 years later. Because you're still doing that dance with us. It's not the big thing. And I think that's what most guys miss. So if the white guys are listening, if you want that black woman, if you want to take us to the next level, start off to make love before you get us to the bedroom and get whatever you're looking for. Engage us, laugh and talk with us. Start saying, "Oh, I like your back." Be sincere though. Start just a conversation with us. It's not about acting a certain way. Don't act. Just be you. Find something you like about us. It might be our bag, or it may be our hair.
Yeah.
You compliment that and then start off from there. And I promise you'll be surprised. And if you're nervous, okay. We are going to embrace that. The average woman, real woman, we're going to take that because we're nurturers by nature. So we're going to nurture that. We got that covered. Don't worry about that. We got you. If you're scared to talk or whatever, we're going to take over. Trust me. See what I'm doing? We got that covered. So just start from there. So we got that. Just be you. Be you. And just go. Don't be afraid to talk to us. And if you see what type of woman we are from a distance, you see what we're working with before you approach us. So take it from there.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, just be yourself. I think that we hammered that home. Ladies, you hammered that home. Guys, if you didn't get the memo on this one, you're lost. Be yourself. This guy right here, on the left, he's being himself. On the right, he's being something he's not. And just be you. But I wonder about this. Do black men want white women to be themselves, or do they embrace what white women do act black? I'm just wondering.
The latter.
Because I see some.
That's why they got the surgeries and the butt. Well, the latter. The latter. Look, you just sliced the Kardashian family down in half. Seriously, whoever dated the black guys, you'll know. Or whoever didn't, you'll know by looking at their physical. And then you have them put ones and twos in the chat according to what you want them to tell you. And I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to leave that one alone. That don't really matter.
So, I mean, that's the answer.
But I'll say this. Black women, you can get away with acting whatever you want. In fact, just even if you come talking in that Valley Grill, actually, I found that attractive, by the way. But anyway,
it's feminine. It's really feminine.
It is. Yeah. But I don't see black women really trying to be something they're not. They're just being themselves. They're pretty much who they are. And but anyway, guys, don't be yourself. Bottom line, it gets you further because she knows who you are anyway. And people want the real thing. That song, "Nothing Like the Real Thing, Baby." That's what people really want. They want the real thing. They don't want an imitation. They don't want somebody that's a carbon copy of another person. They want the real you. Sorry. Okay.
No girl is going to be interested in a guy who's trying to be somebody he is not. This is probably the worst thing you can do. Just be you. If she's going to be interested in you, you should show her what you are all about. Show your unique side just like you would with any girl. But if you're going to try to be somebody else, she's gonna spot it very easily, and she will probably just be repulsed. So just be you. Don't bring race up in a conversation, at least for the first few times. You know, this is not about the race anyway. You're just trying to date another person. Yes, I know she's black and you're white, but you know, I would just stay away from it altogether, especially if this is your first time approaching or dating a black girl. White privilege. Okay, so this.
Okay, let's stop right there. We'll talk about white privilege after this. He makes a good point. Don't bring up race. Don't talk about, just leave it alone, basically. Now, if you're with a black woman and she talks about it, hear her out, listen, be kind. You know, don't try to debate her. She might say, you know, these people around here are racist, and you might not see it. Don't say, no, they're not. And just listen to her. Okay. You know, we look at life through different lenses. Okay. A lot of times I see people talk about racism. Where I live, I don't see it. But where they're at, maybe they see it quite often. Who knows? Okay. And we look through things through a different lens because we have different experiences, right? And a lot of times we know we're not racist. So why do they keep talking about it? So we get irritated. But you don't know what they're going through because you don't see it. So just be kind. Don't bring up race, guys. But if she does, listen to her and just listen. Don't give her your opinion, because honestly, that creates conflict because you don't see racism, but she does. And guess what? Now you guys are arguing about racism and why. None of you are racist. So just keep mind of that. It's a sensitive subject. You know, it can trigger people because people might be hurt by racism. You don't know that. And it's sensitive. So just listen, you know, and if she tells you you went through that, just say, I'm sorry you went through that, show love and compassion. Okay. And let it go with that. But yeah, that's a good point he made. Because sometimes white guys will date a black woman and want to talk about race or race issues. Don't do that. Don't. Now,
mess up your body.
Yeah. Now, if you're in a relationship a long time and you know each other, you can talk about it. But honestly, when you're dated a while and you're in marriage, you very rarely talk about race. I know me and my wife never, hardly ever. And when we do, there's no, we're on the same page, so it don't even matter, you know. But anyway, I just wanted to cover that. But just leave race alone, especially when you're just first dating, because you can, trigger some emotions, and she might think you're a certain way and you're not really, you know. But anyway, let's continue here. All right. Now we're going to talk about white privilege, and I'll stop it after that. And we can talk about our opinion on this.
This is a term that I'm not quite okay with because I'm an immigrant from Russia whose family ran to America from racial discrimination. So I don't quite even understand it fully, but you need to know that there is such a thing as such a term as white privilege that is very commonly understood in black community. And this is basically a concept that white people have privileges in this life for no other reason but being white in America. And a lot of it is true, some of it is not, but you need to be aware of this term. Okay, so this is something that I definitely want to mention because I know.
Okay, let's stop there before we go in ready for the haters. Let's talk white privilege. Oh, sorry, I cut you out, Sunkissed. White privilege. Okay, we hear this a lot, right? And this creates confusion too. You know, I did an interview on a podcast, and the lady was, it went nice, and she says, you got white privilege, right? And I'm like, what? What is that? You're saying I'm privileged because I'm white, right? And then, I thought about it. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, I never inherited no money. I never inherited any land. The house I have, and the things I've had, I've worked for. So I'm thinking, wait, I don't have that. And, and I didn't want to argue. And I was just like, okay, well, maybe she sees something I don't. Okay. So just kind of keep that in mind, because a lot of times that creates conflict, because you're like, okay, well, nobody gave me nothing. I had to work. I can't, nobody just said, here's some money and land and you have a wonderful life. Um, and I was talking to this one young lady, and she kind of broke it down to me, and she talked about the angry Karen. And I just said, you know what? You're right. There is white privilege.
Mm-hmm.
No, but all joking aside, yeah, but actually, that's where I seen there is white privilege, because and I'm not going in on white women, because they're nothing wrong with them, but you have that one person in the neighborhood that's always looking at the window, that will call the police on you because you came home late, or you're out washing the car and it's dark, or something she finds suspicious, or you might have an altercation and maybe the police are sympathized with the Karen. I've seen that actually happen. I think that's more white privilege than us men. I don't know, but
I think
anyway,
to go along with that, and it's
yeah.
true, because I have to say, I kind of coined that as the trail, and no disrespect, but it was kind of like the trailer park privilege, um, as opposed to the ghetto black girl, the Boquisha privilege. There is no such thing. So it's like, if regardless with me, I have gone into an establishment, dressed nice to the nines, carry myself a certain way, articulating well, and what have you.
Mhm.
And then there was someone that, because she was white, she had the tattoos, look, hardly any teeth, oily hair, look, smell bad, what have you. But because, and she did said some horrible things, and did some horrible things to me, but she was automatically catered to because she was white. So the thing is, I don't want to get the race involved. I don't want to go with that
Yeah.
dark. But the thing is, that's just to kind of give you, so that's kind of like what she was saying, with the white privilege deal. And then we can stop there. I don't want to go too far into that, but that's what the white privilege
Yeah.
is. So again, that I'm glad that you're telling white men to just hear her out. So,
Yeah.
and even if you don't understand it, just hear her out, and then maybe at another later date, you guys can discuss it. If things don't line up, somebody's in a bad mood, or somebody's tired, or what have you, just hear her out, and then ask, if can we discuss it, later on, when things, the situation is better. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, this young lady broke it down like that, like you were, and I was like, you know what? You're right. Okay, there is privilege, but this is a hang up though too. And this one comment here, Jaisha, white privilege at face value, nothing to do with wealth. Yeah, there
Mm-hmm.
might be some privileges, maybe stereotypes, maybe
Mm-hmm.
I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we get hung up because I had to work for what I got. Nothing was given to me. So sometimes we look at it, okay, the privilege, okay, we're not getting, money for nothing. We got to work for it. There's just just have an open mind and hear her out. She might
Mm-hmm.
tell you something and might like, wow, okay, you're right with that, you know. And that's, that comes with hearing her out. Let her talk, because you know what, you might learn something. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I don't like to harp on it when it comes to racial stuff. I really don't like to talk about it. I just, in a perfect world, we just love each other and be happy. But unfortunately, we live in a corrupt world and people are evil.
Well,
But
the good thing about it, the Bible speaks about that we do have a good future. That one day we will be in a perfect world. The Bible speaks on that.
yeah, we will.
Revelations 21:3 and 4, and in Psalms 37. But right now we don't. So right now we have to figure out what can we do right now to try
Yeah,
to get
make
along
it
with
the
the
best
people
we
people
can.
that are in our circle. And I'm glad we have these videos. So
Yeah. Okay, now he's going to talk about be ready for the haters. Okay. Oh, yeah. Love them haters, right?
This is 2017 and I'm making this video in California, in America, but white guy, black girl couples are still not accepted everywhere. Even here, where I would think that we are one of the most progressive and liberal societies, even here you would probably get looks, sometimes comments, and worst of all, these comments don't always come from strangers. A lot of times these comments will come from your friends or family or her friends or family, and you need to be prepared for it, because there are sometimes things that are said that you can kind of, you know, turn your head the other way, but some comments you will have to react, and you should probably talk to her about it as well, because as a couple you should have a bit of a plan on when and how you will react to things. Well, I wanted to say if that happens, when that happens. Sometimes comments will be good. Sometimes actually people will notice you and think it's a beautiful thing. And that's great. But, you know, depending where you watch this video, I know this, you know, white guy, black girl combination is just not accepted in a lot of parts of this country and definitely a lot of other countries as well. Well, that's all I know. And I hope this is helpful to you. Maybe you're, you know, trying this for the first time, or maybe you failed for your, you know, in the past but wanted to give it another shot. Please make sure you're trying it for the right reasons. Please make sure you have the right approach and you understand the complications and consequences of this, unfortunately, as I mentioned before. But other than that, I would love it if you guys can post some comments down here about either your experiences, and maybe you have some other tips that I've not experienced myself or just missed, or if you watched this video and it helped you, please also post it right here. I would love to know how I could help and maybe some things that I should adjust if I was to make another video. Once again, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel, so that way maybe we can talk about other topics. I love it if you suggest topics for my future videos, and other than that, enjoy, and I hope I helped.
All right. Yes, sir. You helped us. Thank you for your video. Very nice video, I must say.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
let me put it up there again. Show this man some love, okay?
Yeah.
This video was made back in 2017. Very insightful, very good information. Okay, it makes us think, right? And you know, I really thought it was a real good video. He's really sharp. He's a Russian immigrant, and you know, he sees value and beauty in black women. Very nice.
That was well done, I have to say.
Yeah, it was. He did a very nice job. He has really a lot of good points. You know, and some of them are uncomfortable, guys. They are. But if you're in an interracial relationship, you got to deal with that stuff. You know, you do. And just because you think a way's a certain way, you might not see what the other person goes through. Okay, they just the way it is. So you got to listen. You know, and don't just go solid what you think's right, and just listen to them. You might actually say, you know what, you got a point there. You know what, I didn't think of it that way. You know what, I don't live in your shoes, so really I don't know. You know, and that goes vice versa too. They gotta see where you're coming from too, ladies. You know, the white guy might not know about the racial thing and the privilege that you're seeing. He might not even see it. He might be like, why are you, he might think you're attacking him on it, and you're just putting a point. Keep that in mind, you know, because sometimes, you know, misconceptions get together, and we're end up arguing about stuff we don't even know what we're talking about. It happens. But anyway.
And you have to keep in mind, like you said, you have to remember the way that he made black women we have to remember the way that what he may perceive and what we may perceive are always going to be totally different light, because we're coming from literally from two different worlds of two different environments, and then from two different planets, because we're men and women. So that we have to keep that in mind. And then two, a lot of times we want to be heard right then and there. And we have to pick our battles at the right time. We have to keep in mind too that if he says, I'm tired, I just got home from work, or whatever the case is, or if it hasn't gotten that far, if he just says, this is too soon, this is too heavy, or whatever the case is, because you guys, haven't been seeing each other that long, we have to respect that. Just wait for the right time. Not saying that it won't happen. Just wait for the right time. And so that's another thing too, is respect each other's boundaries for that particular time. Now he has to realize that conversations are going to have to be had. So, white men have to know that. But just we, respect each other's timetable too. So
yeah, and if you listen to what she's saying, a lot of times when you do have that conversation, it's no big deal because you understand where you're both coming from, and you get through it. You really can. Honestly, I a lot of times both sides ain't being unreasonable. They're just telling you what they see, and just have an open mind to it. Be loving and respectful, and it'll carry the day. We're not going to agree on everything, of course not. We're different worlds, we're looking through different lenses. Okay. It don't mean one's right and one's wrong. We could both be right, or we could both be wrong. It's just how we see things a lot of times. I got this other video, and this guy is an Asian guy. Okay. He loves black women. Okay. And I starting to see now that Asian men are, we're seeing Asian men dating black women. And I have friends that are Asian, and believe me, ladies, they love black women. They do. It's a new thing. It's a cultural shift. And, in their culture, a lot of the elderly people ain't for that. They want to keep it within their culture, within their racial group, their ethnicity. But things are shifting. Men and women are attracted to each other. And a lot of times, we look different. We're curious about each other. And nothing wrong with that. We can fall in love with people that don't look like us. We do it all the time. But anyway, this guy's explaining what his feelings on Asian men and black women. And this video was some years ago also. So let me pull this up.
Black females. All right. So
let me stop. Okay.
Oh my goodness, he's handsome. My goodness, where are these men?
I don't know. They're on YouTube.
I got to get in the YouTube streets more often. Goodness gracious.
Okay, I want to show this video, and we'll stop and break it down in between. But this is a good video also. And ladies, I show these videos of different men also because, ladies, you deserve the best option, whether it's an Asian guy, a white guy, a Middle Eastern guy, or a Russell Wilson guy. I'm just saying, go for the best option. Anyway, let's go ahead and watch this.
What's going on, everybody? Back with a new video, and this topic is something that's really near and dear close to me. I wanted to touch base. It was a message that I received from a subscriber. Her name is Patu, P-A-T-U, and her YouTube channel is Patu Loca, P-A-T-U-L-O-C-A. Just want to give you a shout out, girl. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but if I'm not, I apologize ahead of time. And it's about AMBF. And if you guys don't know what that means, I just found this out a couple days ago. Asian males, black females.
AMBF, ladies. he seems motivated, don't he?
Yeah, he's passionate about this.
Yeah, he is. Hey, that's a positive look. Look, he's motivated. Oh yeah, ladies, AMBF, and we're going to do this. We're going to make it happen. And I like the energy though. That's good.
I know. He is hot. Goodness gracious.
Uh-oh. Hello? Oh. Okay, let's continue.
Asian males, black females. All right. So what she put a video out and asked for my reply on: are Asian men dating black women just for fun, just because it's different, just because it's a challenge, or are they seriously dating black women for serious relationships? And I think it's a wonderful question. And let me go ahead and touch base on it. And I want to also let there's other messages that I've been receiving, and I'm glad that I could sum everything up into this video from other black females, black ladies that have messaged me pertaining to this. So hopefully this helps out. My thoughts are, to be honest, I think Asian men are starting to become more comfortable with themselves and to reach out and date out of their culture. It was taboo, and it is probably still taboo in, for most people, that dating outside your culture is bad. And for most of us who are very liberal and very open-minded, we're like, why? Just to give you guys a little bit of background about me, I date out of my race and ethnicity and culture all the time. And my parents came to terms with it. At the very beginning, they wished that I could stay and keep dating like Vietnamese girls. And nothing against my Vietnamese women. It's just not my thing. I've always liked, culture, learning about other females, learning about other cultures and their upbringing, stuff like that. So
Okay, I'm stopping right there. Okay, so I guess he's Vietnamese. And the tradition, he said his family would rather him stay within his culture and stuff. And this is it's really new. And I think it's that way with also other Asian communities, Japanese, Chinese, Korean, and stuff. But these men are attracted to black women. They're out there, and it's new. I mean, it's more new than black and white. It's something really new. And what I would say about Asian, okay, if you look statistically, Asians right now are the highest money earners in America.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't know y'all had. Okay.
It's that kissed.
I am so sorry. You know what?
No,
I'm so
go ahead. You're good.
okay. You know what? I'm way too comfortable with this. Go on.
All
Y'all
right.
know I'm always eating. I am so greedy. Okay, go on.
All right, save some for me because I'm hungry too.
I'm so greedy. Okay, I'm sorry. No more. Go on. You were saying?
You mind dropping by, driving 1,000 miles?
You know what? This broccoli and cheddar is so good, it'll make no sense. But go on.
Yeah,
I'm so, y'all know y'all like, when does she not eat? I know I'm always eating. But yeah, Asian men, right? Asian men. Yes, that.
Are you eating Chinese food? I'm just.
No, you know what? After watching him, I'm like, I wish I were. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I just like his energy. He's motivated. That's what I like. Hey guys, you know what? I said women, when they give a positive vibe, it's so attractive. But what do you guys think about this man? Is that attractive? That he's motivated? That he's really into what he's saying?
He comes off as being very sincere. He is like all in. I believe him. I don't know about the other women, but I believe him.
He's having fun with it. Like it's like he's motivated but happy at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of picked up on that. That's yeah. But I forgot what I was going to say, so let's continue.
Okay.
when it comes to like interracial dating, that's like my thing. And so this question, I believe, when it comes to Asian men and black women, I think most Asian men are starting to become aware and more confident in themselves and able to date out of their culture and not feel as though they're going to get not necessarily in trouble for it, but looked down upon. So please understand that. And I think when it comes to like dating seriously, it's not necessarily a race thing, as in like, oh, are Asian male really looking to date black women? I don't think it's more the fact of where the guy is in his life. A real true gentleman will be able to decipher if they really want to date seriously, period. If they're still trying to be, you know, playboys and want to just date casually and have fun, then they're in that realm in their life, you know. But those who are dating seriously, if they get to know you and you're putting your best foot forward and he's putting his best foot forward, by all means, hopefully it goes the way it's supposed to go, and you both will be happy, you know. And so, to be honest with you, I think for Asian men, dating black women is new. It is fresh. And for all the black women that have hit me up in the past and told me that, you know, we've been giving you guys so much love, why aren't you guys giving us love back? I think most Asian men aren't, you know, used to it, and it is fresh, and it's like, gosh darn, really? We're starting to get love now from the black ladies, and it's cool, you know. But I think a lot of Asian men don't know how to receive that, and they're just kind of like taken back from it. Now,
okay, let me stop it right there. Listen to what. Oh, sorry. Listen to what he said. It's new, right? He said it's fresh and new. It's but but all serious, you know, and it's not that they're not attracted to each other, but it's that barrier. It's new. It's okay. They're, even though they want to be together, it's stepping out of that comfort zone, you know. You know, it's like and he's motivated for black women, right? And there's black women that would love to date this guy. I know you guys are saying he's attractive and stuff. But sometimes there's that barrier. It's new. Like, what do I do? It's kind of like, you know, it's almost like maybe I think a lot of Asian guys really love black women, but it's like they don't know what to do. It's like it's because it's new. It's not that they're not confident or nothing like that. It's something that's new. It's something. And they probably think, well, black women probably not interested in us, like a lot of us white guys think. So we hesitate, right? But you know, I would, if I was giving him advice, I would say just approach. And you never know; she might be all in, and you'd be like, "Dang, no, wow." But you never know till you try. And if you get rejected, if you get kicked to the curb, at least you know you're a man enough to step up to the plate and do what you needed to do, right?
Yeah.
Just think about that, guys. It's not all about getting accepted or rejected. It's about being a man and doing it, going for it, stepping up to the plate. Take a swing at it. You might strike out, but you might hit a home run. Who knows?
Yeah, it's kind. I like when I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I like when he was saying that, you know, it's like this is new because it's like kind of like having this something that they've been wanting or been noticing. Is like, okay, now that I have it, what do I do with it? You know, it's like, okay, this was abrupt, this was new, so what now? You know, and it's the attraction is there. Clearly, is there because he's so excited. You know, he's very passionate and all that. So it's there. But it's like, okay, now what do I do with this? Show what now? And so that means black women need to really pay attention to this. He's like, okay, now black women, we're here too. We're available too. So now we need you all to show us what to do. How to pick. We may not know how to pick up these hankies. Show us how to pick it up. What do we do?
Yeah.
You know, we hear you. We hear you. I see the, you know, the DMs and I see the emails and all that. And I'm on here letting you know clearly I'm excited and I hear you and I see you. So I'm gonna need you to show, you know. So we black women black women and Asian men, we need to, you know, communicate better and we need to respond to each other. So now that he's like, okay, hooty hoo, you know, and so black women need to say, okay, hooty hoo back now, let's hold hands, you know. And so now we're saying we notice you. Okay, so now let's this mating call. Now, what's up? And I'm so glad that he put that out because now we're starting to see more of that now. You know, Asian men with black women. So clearly, this videos like this needs to be. So I'm glad to see this.
Yeah, and look, ladies, that's another option you have.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. Hey,
Mm.
you know, there's a rainbow of men, right? They come in different colors. You know, ladies, you choose. What do you want?
And
Make the
I
man compete for you.
and IG has a lot of interracial couples. You know, they have that you can follow on IG where they have the interracial and swirling couples that you can follow, and you can get into a lot of groups that way where that you could find mates. That is,
Yeah,
it's like a
yeah,
litany of them out there. So, mm-hmm.
yeah. They got Facebook groups too, I believe, where
Okay.
you can get with interracial groups. You know, people,
Mhm.
and you know, it's because there are men that prefer black women like myself, and there's black women that want to be with white men or even Asian men or different. That's just what they like. You know, that's who they
Mhm.
feel comfortable with. Nothing wrong with it. And
Mhm.
go with what you're attracted to and who celebrates you, who loves you. You know, that's the important thing. And that's why I showed that Russian guy and this Asian guy because you know what? Ladies, you have options.
Mhm.
Not just the black guy in the community and white guy dating out. No, everyone's an option. Okay,
Mhm.
so and choose the best man for the job.
Mhm.
Where's your heart at? Just think of it that way, and
Mhm.
they treat you right. If you're attracted to each other, you love each other, and you hey, you got a blessing that a lot of people don't have. So, and
Mhm.
that's the goal to find that one that completes you, where you can become one. You know,
Mhm.
but yeah, let's go ahead and let me see where we're at. Look at his look, man. This guy's motivated. He's ready. Ladies, he's ready. He's probably married by now, though.
I'm sure. Mhm.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
For the sake of replying to her video, I think Asian men, when it comes to dating black women, it is new, it is fresh. Are they looking for a serious relationship? Yeah, you know, why not? But I can't really say that all Asian men are going to be dating for a serious relationship. I think it's just guys in general. If you really take a look at it, depending on where they are in their life, I want to say, like from 21 below, 22 and younger, you know, they might be just dating casually and just having fun, and they're just going out and just trying to see what's out there, dating all different kind of ethnic backgrounds. And then as you know, we get older, just guys in general, as we get older, we'll start really settling down on exactly what we want, what kind of person we want, personality, background, all that stuff. The maturity level has to be there to, you know, become in a serious relationship. So I think more Asian men, as they get older, will start seeing that black females, or you know, once they cross over, or any females from any culture, it's just, you know, going to work because they're looking for that serious relationship. So all I can advise you to do is just put your best foot forward. For all the black ladies out there, continue putting your best foot forward. Continue just having fun dating Asian guys. You know, the more love you give us, thank you very much. The more love we're gonna give you. And so just go ahead and have.
Let's
I
stop
just
there.
grabbed my invisible pearls. Okay. Okay. Tap my wings. Gotta tap my wings. Okay.
Hey, how did you do that? And then
Okay. Well, I said, okay. Okay. All right.
yeah,
I see
he's
you.
that guy's pretty suave, isn't he? He's just smooth.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, you know, hey, come on over.
I
Hey, we
know,
can
right?
do
And you can
this.
tell he's a natural at it. He's not forcing it or acting. That's
He's
him
not.
right there.
It does seem sincere. It seems
Yes.
real.
That's
Yeah,
him. He's himself. Yes. That is what we like. Yes. Mm-hmm.
yeah, but he's having. It's like he's having fun with it too.
He
It's not like
is. I was
yeah.
like, what's your name is? Come on. Okay, me pat my waist. Okay. Okay.
Hey, you know what? Hey guys, we can learn from this Asian guy. I might say when I'm done with this. Hey Sandy. Hey baby. You know.
I love it. I love it. I love
I might try
it. So,
it.
you are so funny.
I'm gonna have to watch his videos more.
He is really cute.
Okay, let's continue.
Have fun, enjoy yourself, go out and just have a good time. And whatever happens, it's supposed to happen. It's supposed to be like that. All right. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to see, oh man, is this Asian guy really feeling me? Is he doing this for real? Is he serious and stuff like that? Because the more you think about it, the more you're gonna kind of sabotage.
Okay, dude, we know you're feeling black women. You don't have to tell us.
Hey, listen. Okay, honey. I mean, what is your name? What's your number?
I just, well, you know what though? That's good and positive. I like the motivation. Motivation's everything, really.
Yes.
Confidence, motivation, yes.
I mean, he exudes confidence. He's like, look, what a black woman at? I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Look, I got
Look,
your emails,
I'm
I got your
here,
DMs. Yes, I'm ready. Yeah,
and you know
yeah,
what? I'm gonna do the thing with the hat, so that's
yeah.
gonna, you know.
He, you know what? He could teach a class. I'm serious. He could truly
Yeah.
teach a class.
He could give a seminar on
Yeah.
how to date black women.
Yes.
All right, let's continue.
Yourself and not put your best foot forward and enjoy yourself. You're just fixated on the fact if this is going to be for real. So my advice: enjoy the time dating, and then see where it goes from there. All right. So let me know what you think. You guys know melodicmike@gmail.com or comment below. A lot of you guys are starting to do that. Thank you so much. I want to throw out there for all those people who have added me on Facebook, facebook.com/melodicmike. Please continue to follow me there. I'm posting my old videos up there so you guys can catch up for all the new subscribers. And then you guys know one of my goals for 2012 was to reach 250 subscribers. The next goal is 500. So please do me a favor.
Yeah, he's over 5,000 now, so he's been successful. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see why. Really confident, good video. Yeah, I mean,
What's his name again?
I think it's Mike Ty. I'll put it at the beginning so you guys can get his name and stuff.
Repost any of my videos from before on your Facebook, or just introduce at least one person to my YouTube channel, and just so I can reach out to more, create a bigger audience and network. And you know me, I'm just trying to reach out and help more people out. So please do me that favor. So far, I've met so many new people, just really assisting, answering questions, giving advice, and I really love the messaging back and forth. There's so much positivity. It's dope. It's so good. So just keep that love coming. On top of that, you guys know
it's dope and so good. You know, he uses his slang the right way. It don't seem like it's forced, and it don't seem like he's trying to be something he's not.
No, he's very authentic. He's very yeah. He's not trying to be black. He's not one of those.
No, he's just being himself.
ReverbNation.com/melodicmike. I put my single up there with War and Peace, getting good feedback from there, and we're working on some other stuff. Just want to say, everybody on the Flatline Music Group, our camp, all the artists are working on their mixtape. So we got some stuff brewing for 2013. Got some ideas going, so really excited about that. And yeah, continuing to push forward. So like I said, help me, help you. Well, help me, help you, help others. And so please introduce them to my channel here at youtube.com/melodicmike. All right. So until next time, let me know what your thoughts are. Hit me up on any of the social networks that I just provided or will be providing below. And I will be back soon. All right. Take care. Wish you many lucks on dating, and happy Thanksgiving. It's coming up, so enjoy yourself. All right. I'll be back soon. Take care. Cheers.
Okay, let me see if I find him in the beginning.
Did he say /Melodic Mike or something like that?
Yeah. Let me see. I might have to look him up and put him on the. Let me see. I think it was Mike Ty. He's Vietnamese. I emailed this video.
Okay.
In fact, this was sent to me. Somebody wanted me to do a reaction on this. And it was a good one to do. him and that okay.
What's going on, everybody? Back with a new video. And
Oh gosh. Okay, sorry. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the video on the chat, guys. Confidence is the key. Yes, very much so. I'm going to put the link up here so you guys can look up the video and then you can get his information. Okay. So I'll do that.
Okay.
You know, if I had more time, I would have put it in the description box, but I got off work so dang late again. Sorry, I'm a slow typer.
No, you're fine. You take your
Yeah,
time.
yeah, I want to get you guys this information because this was a good video. It looks like a really good channel too.
Yeah, I must say, I have to agree. I really do have to agree.
Honestly, guys, gentlemen out there, if you can have confidence like this guy, I think that goes a long ways.
This guy he's, as they say, he's the GOAT. I have to say.
Yeah, it was a really good video. I liked it. I liked the intensity in it because you know that goes a long way. And then it's up here right now. That's the YouTube code there. You know what? I'm going to share this with. Let's see. Let me put it on my community page. I'll put it on my community page too, guys. Let me see. How do I do that? Okay.
And while you do that, I want to say to Denise Tuggle, I saw what she said to go where you're celebrated. That can never be said enough. So I wanted to let her know that I saw that. I didn't want to interrupt you while you were talking, but that needs to be said as much as possible. To always remember, some will say that that's cliche, and it is cliche, but it is still, it is constantly repeated for a reason, and it remains to be said over and over and over for a reason. So yes, go. You're right, Denise Tuggle. Go where you're celebrated, and that should be repeated over as much as we possibly can say it, because so many women refuse to get the memo, or just don't get it at all. So yeah,
guys, I just it was good. Yeah, I just put the guy's link on the community page. I just shared that video on my community page. So if you want to check it out there, his video, and that way you can get his channel information. Yeah, so check that out. I'll put the Russian guy too, because he was good too. He had a lot of good. Yeah, both these men were spot on. I think they were. I think their love for Black women was genuine.
Yes.
I think they celebrate Black women, and you know, and those of us that interracially date and marry, we can sense when men are true. We know. Women too. We know the people that are in our community, the interracial community, right? We know. We do. We can sense, you know, and I don't want to go in on nobody, but I know when they're genuine. I know when they're fake, because we go through a lot of this. We go through the same things, right? We know how we feel, and I've talked to men that are married to black women, white men, Asian, Hispanic men, and we're in the same wavelength. We got almost the same feelings. It's weird. It's like we see the same things and we have the same desires when it comes to, true love and marriage. So we can kind of sniff it out, you might say. And these guys look like they're real. I mean, just listening to them talk. The Russian guy was with his girlfriend, and this was 2017, for 10 years. So that's a long relationship. And then the Asian guy, you can tell he's in the black woman. He's excited, he's motivated, and it's like, I'm all in. Hey, you see me, I see you. Let me mess with my hat here. No, I just some things you do like are kind of smooth, like wow. It was something like, you just like tweak that. The ladies like, I'm here. Where are you at?
Yeah. Those were some good videos, I have to say.
I think so too. And that's why I picked them, because I was looking through and I was like, oh man. And I wanted to make a show and show these ladies like, hey, your options are wide open. And true love might come in a different package. And you know what? That white guy, he was spot on. And the Asian guy, hey, I promote it all. Love is love, right? That's what we want in life. All of us as people, black, white, man, and woman. We all want to be loved. We all want somebody that's there for us. Even the players out there that are with multiple women, they want, deep down inside, they want someone to love them. They just haven't figured it out, I guess. But when they hit that wall, if they don't get it right, they hit that wall and they're old, it's over. But yeah, these were good videos. I'll put the Russian guy on my community page too, guys. But I put the Asian up there. I think his name is Michael Tai.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put but look at my community page. When you go into my channel and you hit community, it'll pull it up and you'll see it there. And then I'm going to share the other one real quick so you guys get both. So you guys can check out their channels, because these two men did a good job. Let me see. Yeah, there's that. I'll share it. It's real easy to do too. I'll open it up and share it. Okay. And I just put great video, great content. Our great channel, great content.
I had to get a jump from an Asian guy yesterday because I ended up leaving my door cracked. I have a lot of my crafting things in my car, and I left my door cracked for, I don't know how many, it's until how long I had it cracked, but my battery went dead, and so I had to ask one of my neighbors, and he's Asian, and both of them are Asian, but they're really young guys, and so I said, "Hi, can you help me?" He said, he said, "Yeah, of course I can help you." And I said, so before I was on my way back towards my car, he was at my car with his car by the time I got to my car. And I said, "Oh, thank you," And I introduced myself and everything. And he said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, you met my roommate. They're both in college and they're young, And he said that you met my roommate, Brandon." And I said, "Oh, he lives in the condo, but he lives with you in the condo behind me. He's next to me or something like that." He says, "No, he lives with me. He's my roommate," or something like that. And I said, however that went, I said, "Oh, okay." And so he said, "Yeah." So I said, well, I told him my name and I shook his hand. No, this is after he gave me the jump, and I shook his hand and everything. I introduced myself.
Uh,
And he said, "Oh," and he said, "It's nice to meet you." And I said, "It's nice to meet you." I went to pull my hand, and he wouldn't let my hand go, and I busted and started laughing. And I said, "Oh, okay, yeah." I said, "Well, I'll have to make you something to eat, and I'll fix you both something to eat." And I said, "But I'm 49, you know." So I said, "I'm 49. You guys are such cute little boys." I said, "Well, you're not boys. You're such handsome young men." He said, "You're 49?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You look so young." I said, "You'll be on my mantle to remind me of that all the time." And he bust out and started laughing. And he wouldn't let my hand go. And I said, "Oh, you're so kind." He said, "You look so young." I said, "Oh, and you're jailbait." And he bust out and started laughing, but of course he's in his early 20s. But that goes to show that they really are looking at black. But I was like,
they
but of
are,
course
yeah.
I was dressed up yesterday, all judged, but I was like, he really, I had to almost peel my hand out of his hand. But still, they digging some black women. So
They
it was
are. You know
so
what?
cute. Yeah.
Black women, so many men are,
Mhm.
so many men are just love you. I'm just going to say
Mhm.
it. I
Yeah,
mean,
he's so cute. He said, Brandon said he met you. I said, Brandon, that's when he said, I said, "Oh, I thought, I didn't even think you remember me." And this was probably almost a year ago. He said, "Yeah," he said he met you. I said, "Oh, okay." Okay. And he's Asian too. So yeah, the black women, they are really digging black women, these Asian men. So yeah,
they
it's
are. You
true.
know what? No, that they are. That
Hmm.
I'm not joking about that. They do. I've
Hmm.
talked. I got quite a few Asian friends, and a couple of them that I still talk to in the army and stuff. And one of them's actually married to a black woman. And men that I work with, Asian men that I work with, um, I've never heard one of them say they don't like black women. In fact, I've heard a number of them say, "Yeah, they're beautiful. I would date them. I would."
Hmm.
But it's a new thing. Their culture is pretty strong. You got to understand. There's a lot of tradition. But the good thing with Asian men, what I've seen is they're disciplined. They're educated.
Hmm.
Um, like I said, there's economically they're leading the way statistically. Now there are crappy Asian men like any other group of men, so you got to vet. Um, you know, just just keep that in mind, ladies. Always vet
Hmm.
because we got golden garbage in every community. You want the
Yeah.
gold, you don't want the garbage. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, black women are very much desired, and you know what? And I tell you, there are many men like me that just only want to be with black women.
Hmm.
That's what we want.
Hmm.
And I heard someone on YouTube say that there's a preference, but some people don't have a preference. It's that or nothing. That's me. I'm the that or nothing guy.
Hmm.
It's not a preference because it's not. I prefer both, and that's not a dig at no group of women. All women
Hmm.
are beautiful, of course. That's just where my mindset. That's who I fell in love with, and once black women got my heart, nobody else can take it, and nobody else can break it.
Hmm.
Just
But
anyway. But that's
when you say that they're loyal, Brent, that it was that couple on IG that I follow, forget their name. It was a
uh huh.
beautiful black girl, beautiful, beautiful black girl. Athletic, sharp. She does vlogs and all that with her clothing. Just beautiful black girl. You never would have thought that she would date outside of um our race. But it was a black, an Asian guy. She said she saw him, was like, "Oh, who is that?" She dropped the hanky. He picked it up, and it went. She said she talked to him, and she asked him. They get swap numbers and they talk. And she said, "Well, I think they were like an hour or two away from each other because she was in school or what have you." She said, "Well, let me talk to you uh, at a certain time that day." She said he was at her door that same day. I mean, this guy was he was for real. And she said, and it went. it took off, and she said that his parents didn't like it. They told him he had to go, and they disowned him. He said fine. Her parents, I guess I think it was both of her parents, if I'm mistaken, let him move in. They were in school. He finished school. They are living great. They have a baby. I think they have a little girl. I don't know if they have any more, but she doesn't have to work. I know that. He's taking care of them very well. So my
Wow.
thing is, he didn't look back. So I have to say, seriously, when you say they're loyal and they're very disciplined anyway. So
Yeah, they are.
yeah. So they're doing well, and she doesn't have to work at all. So
Yeah. And with us white people, we're either really disciplined or just whatever. Just we cover all areas. You know, we no, but
yeah, she has her education. If she wants to work, she can. If she does, she wasn't at the time because she wanted to raise her baby. So he was like, fine, and they're doing well.
that's good. And you know what? Us as men, we should strive to provide that for the ladies we're with. You know, whether they want to stay in the house, and or they want a career. And Black women, you're amazing with this. You can be a professional woman and traditional woman. It's like you could hit that switch like no other woman can. I'm just going to say that.
Thank you.
And my wife is a perfect example of that. She climbed up the corporate ladder, and she was a stay-at-home mom too. So, and I see a lot of Black women doing that. Not to say other women can't do that. I'm just saying this is what I see. We've been on for a couple hours. I'm gonna have to close this out soon because I got to go to White Sands tomorrow. I'm going to do some videos in White Sands, New Mexico, and I'm going to do a live show Sunday night, and I'm going to show you, my backyard out in the desert, out in White Sands. It's about 2 or 3 hours from my house, so it's not too far. I spend a lot of time there. That's where I go to think. That's where I go to hike. I camp out there. Ever since I was a little boy, and my dad took me out there, and we, and I go back out there. That's my special place, and you want to see it. And I'll show some pictures. I'll show some videos down there. So this is going to be my first Captain Swirl on location, and I'm going to do either, it might be once a month or every other month, whenever I can get away and do a different location. And it will be within my state, or it will be out of state also, and me and Sandy won't be with me on this one, but the next one she will be on. But I will have Captain Swirl on location. And when I do the Captain Swirl video, I will show you where I'm at. I'll talk a little bit about where I'm at, and then I'll give a little Captain Swirl advice. This is just my little sideshow within the channel. Just like I have the prayer meeting on the side, I'm going to have Captain Swirl on location. And, so, something I'm trying. I hope you guys enjoy it. But that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I'm going to drive out to White Sands and show you out there. I made a video out there before, but I'm going to go more into detail with this. And, I'm going to pick a different place each time. It might be White Sands. It might be Dallas. It might be Seattle. Maybe I'll go to who knows where. Just where, just to make it interesting. Give you guys some kind of a background. And also this summer, I'm going to get a canoe and ride down the Rio Grande, and I'll do some videos there. Once I get my GoPro Hero, I gave my last GoPro to my daughter, but I got this new one I want to buy, and I want to do some on-scene videos and stuff. But that's what's coming with the channel. Something I want to try. And I want to, if you guys have any ideas, let me know. But I'm trying not to look at other content creators because I want to make something original. I want to do, I got ideas. I don't, I view other channels, but I don't want it to be like I'm too influenced by it, you might say. I want it to be, I want to come up from the ground up, There'll be some things I do similar to other people, but I want it to be organic. I want to just come up with it. Yeah, we talk about interracial relationships, interracial marriage. That's what the channel's about. But I just want to have different things to it. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the USA, Karen. That's funny. Yeah, New Mexico, people think it's another country, right? We're not part of Mexico. We're in the United States, yes. We do border Mexico, yes. But yeah, that's funny.
That's funny.
Yes, White Sands Missile Grounds. Yeah, that's right by the national park. Yeah, White Sands Missile Range. Yeah, I knew some people that were stationed out there. When I was in the Army, I never made it out there. I always wanted to go to Fort Bliss in El Paso. I ended up going to Fort Carson. That's the closest I got to home. But Fort Bliss is blown up. I mean, they have an outdoor shopping mall. They got a Texas Roadhouse on base. They got a Denny's. I mean, it's like, gosh, if I was stationed there, I'd probably never leave outside the gate. But anyway, I'm trying. Hopefully, my son could get stationed there when he gets back from Korea. So that'd be nice. Did someone design your Captain Swirl? No, nobody's designed my Captain Swirl logo. I'm going to get a logo eventually. I need to get with a cartoon artist where they can design me a picture or some kind of like superhero Captain Swirl. Yeah, I do want to do a logo with that. I do want to do a Roadrunner logo too, and not the logo where you see Roadrunner and Coyote the cartoon, because I want to have my own eventually, and the prayer meeting. I want to have a logo for that. I just want to have 3 or 4 different things I go into, but that's where I'm going with the channel and stuff. And I'm going to put the link up here before I close down, guys, if you want to come up. I want to make this quick because I got to get in bed and get ready to travel. I got about 3 hours. I'm going from the central part of New Mexico to the southern part, almost close, almost close to Mexico, almost. But the link's up there if you want to come up real quick and say hi and, get a comment in. If you don't, that's fine. Want to be a prayer? The prayer meeting, I'm not doing it tomorrow because I got to travel and I got a lot of work to do in White Sands, but I'm going to have a prayer meeting Monday night. So join me Monday night in the Roadrunner prayer meeting. And, I'm going to read some scripture and, I'll talk a little bit. And if you guys want to come on the panel, I'll drop the link too. So if you want to say a prayer, if you have a testimony, if you want to read Bible scripture or just talk, it's going to be open for you guys. So I'm going to do that Monday. Tomorrow's dedicated to White Sands. I got a 3-hour drive I got to do, and then I'm going to be running around out in the desert, making videos, taking pictures, and having fun out there. But Monday night we'll do the prayer meeting. I always do it on Sunday, but sometimes, depending on what's going on, I got to readjust. But anyway, okay, I guess nobody wants to come on. It is late. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning where I'm at. Oh, okay, here. Denise Tuggle. Hey, welcome to the panel. How are you doing?
Hi, everybody. How's everybody?
Good.
Oh,
How
we're
are you?
doing good.
Denise?
Everything is good here.
Oh,
Good.
nice.
I just
Well,
wanted to let you know that I appreciate what you do. And I would like to also appreciate the ladies. And I think I typed in the um golly, I can't think. Anyway, I think I typed in that I would want to applaud the ladies because of your courage. And it takes a lot of courage to do what you do,
Mm,
and to be different. It takes a lot of courage to be different, and don't
mm,
let anyone kill your dreams. Do what
mhm,
you need to do for yourself, because at the end of the day, you only have to live for yourself and with yourself. And the things that you
mhm,
don't have the courage to address are going to things
mhm,
that always going to bother you. So just live free.
mhm.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Denise. That really resonates with me. Thank you so much. I was just I was doubting that um for a short time. Just yesterday. And so I was praying on that and even wondering if I should take, follow through with one of my endeavors. Um and one of my talents. Um but it was she's now she now has one of her YouTube. Well, she has a profession, very good profession, but she also is a YouTube content developer, and she shared some really delicate information, and she was really surprised as to how so many women reached out to her for exactly what you just said, and she was doubting herself because of what she had experienced with being, from the naysayers and things of that nature.
Mhm.
And not, you know, and not so much with me with the naysayers or anything like that, because that is not the case with me. But it was mine is different, but mine is different. It's a little bit deeper than that. But at the end of the day, you still find yourself wanting to harness whatever it is, your talents or whatever, for whatever reason. So thank you for sharing that. Sharing
Yeah.
that with me.
But
Thank you.
you're here for only a short time, and God
Yeah.
gives us gifts to not to sit on them, but to elevate ourselves.
Mhm,
We all have different gifts and talents, and when you don't take advantage of that, then it's kind of sort of
mhm,
like slapping God in the face and saying, well,
mhm,
what, I don't want
mhm,
that.
mhm,
So you have to embrace who you are on all
mhm,
fronts. And if
mhm,
people don't understand, then that's on them.
mhm,
But
mhm,
I've lived my life as open as I possibly could, and I've dated interracially, and I just dated because of who I am. I'm an open
mhm,
person. And I
mhm,
and I got a lot of, negative feedback and all these other things, but you know
mhm.
what? I'm still here.
I know
So
that's right.
it's I'll be 60 this year. I'm
Mhm.
rolling on.
I know that's right. And you sound so young. My goodness, you have such a soft, young sounding voice. I mean, that old 60 is not old. I mean, not at all. But you just your voice sounds so much more youthful. My goodness, you sound so young.
Thank you. That comes from lots of
Mhm.
radio and doing voiceovers. But okay.
Okay. Okay, you sound amazing. Yeah. Thank
God
you for
bless you
sharing
both.
that.
Thank you, Brent.
Hey,
Same to you.
thank you, Denise. Good to hear from you. Thank you so
Mhm.
much. I
Thanks for
appreciate
coming over to me. Thank you for sharing that. I value that. Thank you so much. You must come up more often. Come back up. Thank you.
I will
it. Yeah,
soon. God
Mhm.
bless you both.
awesome.
Same to you, Denise. Same. God bless you as
Thank
well.
you, Denise. Good to see you. Big love to you. Thank you. All right. And then we have Miss Chris Cook. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Good to
Look
see
at
you.
Hey,
that
how are you
hair.
both? I'm chill. I just, you know what? I don't really have much to say, but I just wanted to say hello.
How are
Oh,
you?
good to see
I'm
you.
telling you, Mama's hanging, the old lady, I'm hanging in here, baby. I'm
You
telling
looking,
you, so
you
good to
looking.
see you.
Hey, it's good to see you looking good with a T. Good.
Thank you so much. I'm
Man,
telling you.
that's some good hair. That's a good hairstyle there. I love that on you.
We
Yeah.
it had grown so, and then it kind of had that kind of a golden other color on the end, and so
Mhm.
my cousin, we got in there today. She cut quite a bit off, but I think she should have took more out of the top.
That looks
But we just kind of put that reddish color in it, and then we took a child's relaxer and just kind of rubbed over it to kind of straighten it out.
that looks
So I kind of got, what is it? What did she tell me? I got the 70s girl afro this time.
that's it. That's
Hmm.
it. Now,
Thank you so much.
oh, you look. I have to
Hey,
listen. I have to do obeisance to you. Good, good.
you know what? The 70s was the time. You know
Yeah.
what? I wish, looking back, if I was a little bit of, like 10 years older, I don't know. Back in the 70s was the time.
Yeah.
I,
Because in 1975, I had turned 15 years old. So, boy, that's a long time ago.
Mhm.
75, I was
Hmm.
years old then.
Let
Yeah.
me ask you this, Miss Chris and Britt, do you guys find that that decade, that era there is constantly being repeated, kind of
Yeah.
kind of recycled in a sense? It's like that seems like that era won't go away in a good way. It's like,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? You,
Especially in the fashion industry, I think they have done so much until they have to pick an era to bring back,
yeah.
for fashion and
That's a
clothing.
good
But the reason I did it, I had cancer in 2009. So I just really didn't want to get into too much of the, getting a relaxer to the scalp really too
Mhm.
much.
Yeah.
So just seemed like my skin was just kind of more extra sensitive after I taken the chemo and then I had radiation. But I
Wow.
came out of it though. Hmm.
You see, you never know if you never know anybody's story. You can look at a person's book cover and you could judge it all day long, but you never know until you read it. I would
That's
Yeah.
never be
true.
able to look at you and tell that. You look absolutely stellar. I mean, seriously. I'm looking
Thank
at
you
you.
so
I'm going,
much.
when are we going, honey?
Yeah.
This wig ain't big enough for you, honey. I'm like, listen, you are rocking it. And it
Thank
just
you.
to hear that, I would have never guessed in a trillion and 1 years. Never.
Yeah, it was a struggle, but I kind of hid it from my kids at first. And
Really?
so the doctors, they kept telling me, they said, Miss Chris, you can't keep hiding it really any longer. And which was true because I had got so thin and I never had a skin issue before, but I was starting to get rashy. And so my youngest son, he caught on. He said, I did some research and he said, I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on. I said, well, go ahead and tell your mother. He said,
Mhm.
Mom, he said, you have an issue with your colon.
Hey,
Wow.
hey guys, talking about
Mm.
the 70s, this
Mhm.
would have been my dream if I could you remember Saturday Night Fever when that came out with John
Yeah.
Travolta?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell
Mm-hmm.
me this. This is my opinion. I think if Donna Summer was like his co-host, that would have made it so
Oh
much better.
wow. Yeah.
That would have been interesting to
They
see.
they needed you around. That would have been very interesting. You know that?
Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
the interracial Saturday Night Fever.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that would have been because in the 70s, that's when it kind of started kicking off a bit. Looking back, I'm just like, it was mostly black guys and white women, but you've seen a few guys that had black girlfriends and stuff. I
Yeah.
remember it was starting to go, and then the 80s
Mm-hmm.
hit, and then bam, and then the 90s, we just kicked the door open,
Yeah.
and now the millennials
Mm-hmm.
are boom flooding it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know
But
what?
you know what? Even in the early years, though, it was more interracial couples in marriage than a lot of people really realize, even of today, because even like my mother, she, like I said, she was still alive. She'd be way up in her 90s, and she had two close friends. That one was Japanese, and one she was half Chinese. But they had the markings, so until you couldn't tell that they 100%. But their mothers were women of color, and they came from Louisiana.
Yeah.
So it's all, that interracial thing, it's always been, it's not really anything new, but I mean, it's just something that some people want to try, and then, some people have tried and then it backfired. That could be in any situation, because just like the guy I'm seeing, it's backfiring now because he thinks I put too much time in with my kids, in which they're grown, they're self-supporting, but we've always just been, like one, so I understand. I'm not mad about it at all, but it's better now, because he did ask me for my hand, but I told him, I can't trade my kids in for him. So I haven't heard from him over a week now, and I'm not mad about any of it because I'm not trading my family and friends in for nobody.
Yeah.
Okay. What? And not to for you to tell me anything you don't want to tell me, but let me ask you this.
You ask me anything, baby. I have nothing to hide.
I love you. Listen, let me ask you this, Miss Chris.
Yes.
To what degree is he asking for something that's unhealthy, and like in an unhealthy way in terms of that something you're not willing to give, or in what sense?
He thinks that I'm in Chicago. He's in Naperville, so he's in a suburb. It's about an hour and 20 minutes from me. But he wants me to move to Naperville. But he feels like once I move there, that I shouldn't be able to be gone or communicate with my children. And I just think it just sounds silly to me.
Not communicating with them? In what sense? Like,
well, he feel like if I see him like holidays and maybe every so many months, is enough. He said because they're adults and self-supporting, but I'm just not gonna do that.
Oh, okay. So he's trying to tell you when you'll be able to say, okay. Okay.
So, but like I said, I'm not upset about it and I'm not mad about it because you know what? It's better to know now than for me to be trying to get out of something, because I would get out of it. If I was really married and moved with him and he got that started, I would be gone. So it's good to know now, because after all, at my age, baby, it don't matter. It really don't.
Yeah, you get to a point to where it's just,
sure.
Been there,
But
done
see, I
that.
raised those kids, and I lost my husband. Let's see, will be 21 years this year. Because I was turning 40 then. So, but it's okay because when I didn't date nobody until I met this man. It was 3 years. But I don't feel like it's wasted, because we both enjoyed each other. We had good times. We traveled a little, COVID just knocked things down, But other than that, I'm not losing no sleep over it, and I don't need a box of puffs either. So
exactly.
Do you have a pen? Do you have a pencil or a pen by you?
Who me, Miss Cody? Yeah, I do. I have a pen right here, and
Okay.
in fact, I have my calendar. This is my business. I have so many of these. Y'all wouldn't believe how many of these things I had. My life, Lord, y'all would not believe.
Okay. I'm telling you, you look sharp too. I'm telling you. You looking sharp too.
You know what? No, you know what, Miss Chris? I look a mess. But here's the thing.
No, you don't. You must have been out on a date. You look like you're about 19 or 20 years old.
I was on a date with myself. I was on a date with myself.
Okay.
I went spend some quality time with myself. I went out to eat. I got to eat, So
Yeah,
I would like to take myself out to eat. So thank you. But
you're like
no,
about 20 years old sitting up there, I'm telling you.
you going home. You know, my mantle's so full of people telling me that I take them home. You know, you're gonna go on my mantle with the rest of the folk that tell me that I look young.
Mm-hmm.
But you're so sweet. But no, I look a mess right now, but I usually try to look a little decent. I normally have on good, you know, masculine stuff. I didn't care.
You
But
don't look a mess.
you're so sweet. Thank you. But you look amazing. Okay, so I'm all ready to. Did you want me to write something
Okay,
down?
I'm gonna give you my email address because you know what, I ain't worried about nothing happening because I don't do no business or bank or anything on it. So you
You don't
seem
want
like
to
I'm
email
just,
Brent. You don't want to email Brent the email address.
you
Your
know what,
email.
it just seems like every time I get ready to do it, there's always something going
I
on.
know. I know. I get it. Okay,
Hmm.
you can give it to me if you don't mind. If you don't mind.
Okay, it's Malpensa,
What?
Malpensa,
MALPEN
Pensa,
SA.
mm-hmm,
Uh-huh.
3515 at gmail.com.
3515 at Gmail.
.com.
Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. Let me write this down. MALPEN, like pen.
Like pen, SA.
MALSA 3515 at gmail.com.
3513.
Oh, 3513. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
At gmail.com. Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
there are you know, a lot of haters out there, and
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
you may get some emails that some folks, you know, that may
Mm-hmm.
be
Oh,
telling you
sure.
some untruths. Listen, if you have any problems that you need to discuss with me, discuss with Brent.
I can always change it. It ain't
No,
no big
okay,
deal.
yeah, that'll be best. And here's the thing, you talk to me if you ever have any problems with me or Brent, or should I say me and or Brent. You talk to me and or Brent. Okay. Um,
Okay.
so that's how I'm big on communication, and it's a lot of haters out there that has been following me for some time
Oh,
because
no kidding.
they want to be your girl. They just don't want to admit that. So
Okay.
they want to be me. So I don't blame them. I want to be me too. So I
I'm
understand that.
telling you.
But here's the thing. So if you have any problems with that, just talk to me. But at any rate, I'm going to give you.
Give it to Mr. Brent too,
I
okay?
will. I will definitely do that.
Okay.
And
Oh yeah.
we're gonna definitely keep in touch. You keep looking good. I couldn't tell you had any type of blemish skin, nothing, no nothing. You keep looking good. Okay, no
You
good.
know,
Good to me.
after I got through with everything, baby, it just like it automatically just cleared up.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? It didn't matter at the time because you know what? As long as I had my life and I just wanted to see my baby boy finish growing up because I think what he was, he's 30 now. He probably was just turning 21 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you look amazing. But
Thank you so much.
I'm definitely gonna reach out to you, sweetheart, and we're gonna
Okay.
definitely keep in touch. And
And Mr. Brent and your wife also, y'all can contact me too.
mhm.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because after I retired, Mama's home. I'm home all the time now. Anyway, mostly.
I
Well,
can't wait there.
we're gonna plan some things since things are opening up. Okay.
Okay, sounds beautiful. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, we're gonna have to close down here soon.
I'm
So
gonna go ahead and get off because he may have somebody else in the studio too. I don't know.
no, I
Okay. Yeah. I know he has to get up in the morning too because he has some
Okay.
goodies for us for
Okay.
this weekend. You have to chime in for Sunday too. He has some goodies for us.
oh
Is it
Okay.
yeah,
Sunday? Is it Sunday, Brent, that you have that
yeah,
goodies for us?
Sunday night. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Tomorrow
yeah.
night
Okay.
I'm going to White Sands and I'm going to have some videos and some pictures to show you guys. It's one of my Captain Swirl on location. It's something new I'm doing, and it's going to be fun. But
Okay. Sounds good.
I got about a 3-hour drive I got to do tomorrow morning. So yeah, I gotta
Now, where you
get
say
ready
you
for
going
that.
to White Sands?
Yeah, White Sands, New Mexico. It's
Okay.
in the,
Oh, it's
it's in
beautiful
the
there.
yeah, it's in the southern part of New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's beautiful
I'm
too.
in the central part where I'm at, but yeah, it's very nice, very beautiful. It's
Mm-hmm.
awesome.
Peaceful.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time down
Mm-hmm.
there, and I'm going to show that place off, and then I'm going to have Captain Swirl on location, and I'm going to go to
Okay.
different places. Some will be in my state, some will be in other states. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at next time maybe Dallas or Phoenix, maybe even Denver. Who knows? I might even go to Florida. Well, who knows? I just
Go to the Gator State, huh?
yeah,
Because they
yeah,
definitely there.
yeah. I don't know.
Oh
I'll
my
pick a place,
goodness.
but
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr.
uh,
Brent.
hey, thank you so much, Chris, for coming on. It was a pleasure talking to you
Mm-hmm.
as always.
Always. You got Miss Sun Kiss and everything. I'm telling you, it's
Hey,
beautiful.
Sun
Mm-hmm.
Kiss got it going on. I'm telling you,
She
Y'all
has.
so sweet. Y'all so sweet.
I'm
Y'all
telling
sweet.
you,
beautiful, just
she's
fun to be
well
around.
versed in a lot of knowledge and just beautiful in and out.
Y'all so sweet.
That's
Mhm.
right.
Y'all
I
are way
love
sweet.
that. And
Well,
she's young. She's beautiful. Mm-hmm.
y'all are so kind. Thank you. Y'all make
Mm-hmm.
me humble. And listen, it's really nice and easy to be this way around people like you all. Seriously, it really is.
Oh,
So
sure, because around me, you don't have to have no kind of guard up or anything you need to ask me. I've always been that way. Just
yeah,
tell the truth because you know what, at the end of the day, it's going to come somewhere along the line, it's going to come out.
That's
see, and
right.
that's what I'm saying. Might as well lay it out because eventually
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna come back. It's gonna
Mm-hmm.
come
That's
back
why a
anyway.
lot of people
Might as well
didn't
tell the
like
truth.
me over the years because they say you so frank and you so upfront. I say, but I'm not a criminal. I'm not running. I'm not trying to hide anything.
No, that's right. I know that's
So,
right.
I mean, just common sense. You have good conversations, be with good people, and because like my parents' lifetime, I remember Dad's. He died in '93, but that Thanksgiving before he passed, I bet it was 75 people at my parents' house, and we all had a ball. I'm telling you.
Wow.
So you come, you stay, it's okay. You spend the night and eat, and nothing said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just the way I was raised.
Yeah.
Get in trouble and you need something, and I can help you with it. Hey, I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
hmm
Just good family love. Good everyday family love. Yeah.
And your friends, and everybody around you, they're in need. You
Hmm.
just do it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't understand me, but it's okay. I'm not mad about any of it because I've had a good life, and we're down through the years. Nobody was mean to me or anything, and everything's okay. You miss your
Hmm.
people as they pass on, but we know that's a part of life, in which is easier said than done. Don't get me
Exactly.
wrong.
Oh yeah.
If I always say, if you stay sweet and just don't get that heart ugly, you'll make
Hmm.
it.
Yeah. And
But
see,
once you start getting ugly and
yeah.
shutting things off and mean, then that's where the trouble begins. A
See,
lot of people give
yeah.
themselves Alzheimer's because you can,
Yeah.
because God don't like ugly. He will take your mind because a lot of people don't think so, but He's controlling it.
Mhm. And the thing
And
is,
if He don't like it, He'll take
we're
it.
hardwired to do wrong. We're hardwired to do wrong. So it's easier to do wrong. So we do have to put
hmm
forth concerted effort to do right. And so when you put forth that
hmm
effort to do right, so that makes it all the more uh worth being around people like that. So I mean
It
that.
sure
So
does.
yeah. So that's why this this
hmm
this this channel is so it's
It's
so
amazing.
worth
This channel
being
is.
on. Yeah.
It's
So and
amazing.
Denise, you're right. You're absolutely right. We concur with your comment. Yeah, and so
hmm
that like I said, real recognizes real. That's Chris.
hmm
You're right. So thank you for everything that you all say, and I
Oh,
feel the
you're
same
so
way with you all.
welcome.
I really do. I feel the same way with you all.
Thank you
Like,
so much.
thank you. We're
Because when I
gonna send
first
it back.
saw that channel, I popped in there and I'm telling you, and I saw you, and I kept looking at everything. I said, well, maybe she's a like a social psychologist, or a
Oh,
minister type.
well, I don't know about that,
Mhm.
but I'll take it. But I don't know about that. But thank you so
But
much
I
for
knew
taking that.
Mr. Brent had that type of thing. I didn't know it, until he, started talking about having his, prayer shows and everything. But I could
Yeah.
tell that he had that calling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love my
Mhm.
prayer meetings. I'm on yeah. You know what? I thought about buying a podium and preaching a sermon during one of them. That's what I was thinking
That
about
would be
doing.
beautiful too. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, maybe do it in my
Mhm.
studio, like in the corner, and just
Cause
have a
but you could get one of those, the part like you put the Bible on. You can buy you can get the half part if you didn't get the full length one too, and you can set that on your desk. See, too.
yeah. I could do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So they have those.
I got some ideas. Yeah, but yeah, that's going to be part of it. Every Sunday, I'm going to do that, unless I have to adjust like this week. But I'm going to have
Mm-hmm.
my captain swirl on location where I go to different places. Most of the time, me and Sandy will be doing it. This time, I got to go.
Okay.
Got to work, but
Now, how about your equipment, everything? Don't you need some donations and things so we can help you keep that going, keep your equipment up?
oh no, I don't need donations. I got plenty of equipment. I got I got a camera that makes great videos and pictures, and I got my tripod, I got my computer. Yeah, I got all the stuff I need. I really do. Yeah.
But I
Uh,
mean, you need, what I'm saying is you need monies and things set aside extra just in case something happens, because sometimes things happen.
nah, I'll just take big love and prayers.
Okay, okay. Just want to make sure, because I mean, I don't know how I don't know if you have a fee to have your show or how that works, but
No,
um,
I don't. It's a
okay,
hobby. Um, it don't cost me nothing to go on YouTube. I you know,
okay,
I did buy the equipment, but this is what I like to do. And God's
okay.
blessed me with employment. I make pretty good money. I'm not rich, but I do pretty good.
Sure. But it don't hurt, we send donations and things just in case a computer or something. Because I'm just not really electronically inclined, but I know all that stuff is expensive and different chords and everything. And I learned about a friend of mine. She used to be a karaoke person, and she told me one chord can shut you down. And one night something happened to one of her chords, and true enough, it shut that operation down.
Yeah.
hmm So,
Yeah,
but if
no,
you ever need anything, you just any donation, any money, just let me know.
yeah, I
hmm
appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, I'm pretty good. Like
Okay.
I said,
As
I'm
long
glad.
as everything is okay, but I just want to make sure so you always can have your connection, so we can enjoy your show and you
Oh,
program.
definitely. I'll be bringing the shows, and as long as YouTube don't cut me off, I'm here.
They had no reason to because your show is clean, it's on top, and everything is just
Yeah,
beautiful. So they have no reason to mail you at all.
Well, you know
yeah.
what's sad to say? That will be one of the reasons why they would. This is how dirty the
Clean.
streets can be sometimes. Seriously, because it's clean.
hmm
It's not
Yeah.
murky enough. And that's sad to say, Miss Chris. That will be the reason why they would, and
Okay.
his content, supporting Black women. It's sad, but it's true.
Okay.
So, but
Yeah.
hmm
that's for another show. But that's sad. But it really is true. And
It is. It sure is.
but when it comes to Brent, you'll be surprised at the resources that has tried to help him, and he's turned them down financially because he's very self-sufficient. You'll be surprised. So
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I,
yeah,
I,
he's a hard
I,
worker.
Yeah, you know what? I have plenty of money. I don't need donations for computers and stuff. God's blessed me, so I just, and YouTube's paying me pretty well now. Really, I mean, yeah, I'm good.
Okay, okay, that's good to hear because that just kind of on my mind, but you
Yeah,
answered it, so it's all good, But
Yeah.
I'm just
yeah,
asking to make sure.
You're so sweet, Miss Cook.
yeah, you are.
You are, Miss Chris. You are the sweetest person. But you'd be surprised. Brent is very self-sufficient. I have to say he's a hard-working man, and that's why I
Oh,
say
good.
if he's not Brent's height in caliber, he can't ride this ride. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Because you know what, like I said, I don't know much about electronic equipment, but I just thought maybe it might be a different type of setup
Yeah,
than the home equipment. And
I see.
sometimes they call it more of a professional equipment, and
Uh,
sometimes it could be higher. That's
uh,
all I was thinking.
uh, no, no, no.
Like
I
maybe you
think
could
you
get
should
one for
have.
your home, maybe
Yeah.
$2,000, but maybe you take almost $10,000. I didn't know for him to get something for his broadcast.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
okay.
no,
I see.
Hmm.
I have cameras. I have GoPros and stuff. I can
Okay.
do a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm doing all right then. As long as I know, you got everything you need, because planning and getting your donations and getting things together. You just need it. You just never know. So,
Yeah. Hey,
hmm
hey,
Oh,
Chrissy,
thank you, ladies and
Arlena,
oh, thank you, Chrissy.
thank you
Thank
so much
you,
for the
Chrissy Arlena.
chat.
Thank you, Chrissy. You're
She
such a
said,
sweetheart. And Miss Cook, she's saying thank you to you too.
Thank you
Um,
yeah.
so much, baby. I'm telling y'all so young and sweet. It's just beautiful. hmm
she's
I'm
such a,
telling you.
she has a cute, sweet face. Look at her little sweet face.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
I'm
so
telling you
pretty.
what I say. I tell my kids, I say, Mama's getting old now, and my oldest son, he'll be like, he said, Mama, you sure don't look like it.
No, you look amazing. I'm like, honey, I'm popping. When I saw you, I got the pop of my collar. I said, look at her. Look at Miss Chris.
I'm
Showing up.
telling.
You
When I
looking
said,
good.
I'm telling Mama's getting on up there now. I'm
Mhm.
telling you,
You
age.
looking. You making me. I'm so glad. You making me just. I'm so glad to be a black woman. I'm like, look at her making me. I thought I was already proud to be a black woman. My goodness.
You look like, because I thought you was about that 20, 21, or 2 years old. I'm gonna tell
You know
you.
what? Even if you lying, I want you to keep lying. Okay. You better.
No,
Oh
At this
no,
point,
it's
you better not
true.
stop.
It's the truth too, because I was just surprised when you told me. I'd have never guessed that what you say, your age and everything. I'd
Oh,
have never guessed it. See, I was
well,
almost 30
we
years away from it.
thank
we
you.
gotta we gotta be honest.
Mhm.
Sunkist is 23. Okay,
Okay.
I put it out there.
Okay, well, I
I
will
like
go with
that.
that. That's beautiful.
I like that.
hmm
And listen, Brent has to stick to this, okay? If he comes up missing, that means he's still over in those white sands buried somewhere. If that means he told the
Yeah,
truth about my age. He told that I was actually 49 and he's not showing up from those sands no more. That means he has to stick to the age of 23.
yeah,
Stick to the age of 23. Okay? So
yeah,
now
but
that's the story. We're sticking to it.
Okay, I'm telling you, Mr. Brent, he's young too.
He pulled these hours and he be all over the place. I'm like, where does he get the energy? Goodness
Well,
gracious.
a man, he's able to cover more ground a lot of times than we are
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
hmm
So, but
hmm
that's awesome. That's awesome. But thanks so much. You
hmm
are so kind. Really, you guys are really, really kind. So,
no,
We just
thank.
love you to death. I'm telling you.
But thank you, Chrissy, for the $5. And I will
Oh, it was so sweet,
reiterate
wasn't
what
it?
I said.
uh-huh.
Thank you, ladies, and love Sunkiss and Mrs. Cook. Yeah,
And next week,
we love you, ladies. Most
yeah.
I'm
definitely.
telling you, sweet too. I'm
I
telling
know
you.
they're so kind and sweet. Thank you, ladies out there.
Feel like you my son, and you feel like you my daughter. I'm
You,
telling you,
I
it's
mean,
sweet.
hey, I'm already your child. I done already adopted you. You just
That's
hadn't known. You didn't
beautiful.
know that.
That's beautiful because I done adopted you too. That's beautiful. Because I
No,
had 3 boys. I always wanted a daughter, but it just
well,
didn't work that
you
way.
have
But I
one now.
got one
You have
now.
one now. Okay.
I got you now. That's
You at this point,
beautiful.
you're Mama Chris. At this point,
Yeah.
you're Mama Chris.
That's what they mostly call me too.
Really, really. Okay. Well, you Mama Chris from now on.
Because when I go in Macy's or anywhere, they say, "Oh boy, they say come Mama Chris."
Oh, how sweet is that?
Mhm.
How sweet is
It's
that?
just so beautiful. I lived this long to see all the diverse and equality. Because see, in my time, it wasn't really like that.
Yeah, the segregation was still.
Mm.
I remember hearing different ones, and I was like, just back in the 50s, they said they still remember seeing, whites only, blacks only,
Sure,
water fountains and stuff. I said, really? That's
sure.
not
Because you know what,
that
baby? Because
no.
even in Chicago, they had certain areas, they had signs up, and it
Yeah.
said restricted. And that meant any person of color within that area might not have came out alive.
And
Too.
then look, here we go
And
having
then,
shows like this,
sure,
promoting interracial couples.
oh,
That's
sure.
awesome. Isn't it nice?
And you know
Yeah.
what? And what a lot of people don't realize, even in Florida,
Mhm.
certain parts of it, like in the areas where it's a lot of money,
Mhm.
those BET shows, the cable companies, they can't even let that go through still up today.
Oh, really?
A lot
Wow.
of people didn't know that. And in Georgia too, certain areas, certain programs through cable system, you can't pick it up. See,
Huh.
if it's
Weird.
noted to the color, you
Mhm.
can't see the cable, you can't see it because they don't let it come in that, they don't want it in that area and they don't let it. See.
Well, it's always more than one way to skin a cat. That's what you had YouTube for, honey. That's the
That's
social
right.
media.
We're bringing it
Mhm.
You
But
know.
you know
live.
what? The one thing too, I imagine a lot of people don't know is that even in those areas,
Mhm.
certain of these shows, they don't let it come through too.
Really?
And certain stations that show things sometimes that's heavily, like just say like that show, what was it called? Fresh Prince.
Oh yeah, Fresh
And
Prince.
it was
Yeah.
on a major network, but see, in certain areas in the South, you couldn't see it because they blocked it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Just like if it was on just 30 minutes or an hour,
Mhm.
those shows that particular station was a dead station until that hour was over.
Oh man, I love that show, the Fresh Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Back in the day, me and my
But
brother
see,
used
that's
to watch
one
that.
reason why I was born in the state of Georgia, but I would never go back there to live, because it's just too much oppression still. It don't seem like it, but it is.
I've heard
See.
people say that because of
Sure.
yeah, because they're still so far
Mm-hmm.
behind when it comes to that racism.
Mm-hmm.
I've
And then
heard
if you ever
wow.
be down there sometime and you look at their news channels, they'll still find us hung in trees and dead in cars. And it's certain things that they do to our bodies, and that's how they know that it was a hate crime too,
Oh,
of that nature. But the South is an area that a lot of people get in trouble in. They don't understand that when it get dark, used to be a time when you had to be in. When you were a person of color, you couldn't go any time of day or night and be out. See, it was a whole lot involved in it. And then they had certain days that, just say if you want to go to, just say, what is it, a Macy's or a downtown store,
mm-hmm.
people of color, like maybe Monday was our day or Wednesday, you couldn't just go when you wanted to, so it was a whole lot involved in that though. But it's okay because you know what? One thing I can say about the other race, they're honest and they let you know what's happening. So it's not like you stand like a deer stand in front of a headlight. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But what I
The phone
appreciated,
call was the same way too, baby. You couldn't just say if you dial a number and if it was to try to go into that white area, it wouldn't go through because they knew where your number was coming from.
mm,
Wow,
So
that
a whole
like
lot was in it.
seems like a
Not
great
only you couldn't go in certain restaurants and just areas when you were a person of color, you knew not, you just didn't go in it. That's all.
You know what, Miss Chris, and here's the thing, it's still so sad because look the day and age, and it goes to say again when we talking about earlier, I was talking to someone earlier, and you could tell that Satan is truly behind this. But what's so resilient about the ones that have good hearts and the ones that really want to choose to be happy? It just what
Sure.
we have right now, because the Bible speaks about us having a promising future. We just have, it's like a
Mm-hmm.
pregnant woman, just got to get through the pain, the aches and the pains and the trauma of pregnancy,
That's
of
right.
the labor. But there's going to be a joy afterwards. But right now we got to get through it. But we were just saying when we
Mm-hmm.
talked about earlier, the joy of finding the resiliency right now is
Mm-hmm.
Tuggle said earlier, is we people like us, we have to, in order to find that, to choose that happiness. And although we have some dark times, we have some not so nice times, or even though we may
Mm-hmm.
feel broken, we're really not broken, we just bent. But the thing
Mm-hmm.
is, Denise said to go where you're celebrated. That can be in so many different genres of life. It doesn't have to be
That's
just
right.
with the opposite sex. It could be
Mm-hmm.
in your neighborhood. It can be just
Mm-hmm.
the same sex friend, the opposite sex friend. It can be just choosing to go to another store if you're disrespected in the store. I was just grossly
That's
disrespected in
right.
the store last night. I'm going to go to
Mm-hmm.
another store. I'm going to monetize another store. Choosing to go where you're celebrated in every
Mm-hmm.
aspect of life. And that is what, and I'm so glad to hear you say
Mm-hmm.
you choose to be happy by not going back there to live. Like you said,
Sure.
I'm not going back. And
Oh
even with
yeah.
your friend, you said, so what? Because he ain't calling. I'm not going back.
Mm-mm.
You choose to be
Mm-mm.
happy. You say, I'm good. I'm in a good
I
place.
am.
You're
And
not
you
going to
know what?
dictate
And
my life.
I
You
ain't
know what
never,
I'm
and I'm
saying?
a woman, I ain't never been mad about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Long as you up front and just tell me what's going on and I'm good with it, because I'm a person like this. Once you turn that light from green to red, like I tell different one, I don't have a comprehensive problem. A lot of people act like they do,
Yeah. Right.
but deep down in my heart though, I
Mm-hmm.
really don't want him to call me either, to
Right.
be honest with you, because I mean, if you've been with somebody for 3 years and all of a sudden you don't hear anything,
Mm-hmm.
don't ring my bell now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't
Hey,
mad
ladies,
about it.
hey,
So
ladies,
you
I'm gonna
But
have
we're
to shut
gonna let
this
Mr.
down.
Brent go to bed here.
I
okay?
got to get up, and I got to drive ahead of me tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay.
you do. But thank you so much for everything. I'm telling you, my son and
Oh,
daughter,
thanks so
I'm
much for
telling you,
coming
this is
out.
beautiful.
Okay. Well, bye, Mama Chris.
Mhm.
I'll see
I'm
you
telling you,
later.
bye,
Okay,
baby.
sweetheart.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Anytime you wanna send me something, and then I'll give you my number and all that through that thing, see,
I definitely
too.
okay. And
So, but it's
I'll send
never
you
too
my
late
number
or
too.
too early for you to contact me, because you know what, women of color, we've been through so much until a lot of times we don't sleep all that good either, too. See,
Oh, tell me about it.
so
Tell me about it. Okay.
with your mind is just like a data system. You don't seen so much and been through so much until it just come out like that. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. Yeah.
hmm But
Yep.
we understand each other because no other race could ever walk the shoes, the things that we have been through. They can talk about it, but to experience it, like I told this one guy, I say, you can tell me all the things that you understand, but you will never know till if you could have walked that walk, but you'll never have to walk it because you don't. See?
That's right.
But good night, baby. I love
Good
Mama.
night.
Love you
Oh,
both.
I love you too, sweetheart.
Thanks.
And
Good
listen,
night.
you be
Okay.
safe. And I'll be
Okay.
contacting
You
you to
too.
give you all my information. Okay, and I'll be
Okay,
waiting for
you
you.
go home too, baby, because it's late. You near
Okay.
home?
I'm on my way now.
Okay, all right.
Not too far.
Okay,
Okay. Okay.
okay.
Sweetheart.
Good night,
Y'all be safe.
babies.
Okay.
Okay,
All right,
bye
baby.
bye.
Okay. Bye,
All right.
Brent. Bye, Chad.
Bye.
Bye.
We'll see you. Uh, all right. Good show. It went longer than I thought, but it always does. But that's awesome. Yeah, I gotta get sleep so I
If you
can make my 3-hour drive.
okay.
Uh, but yeah, it's gonna be fun tomorrow. But tomorrow night, check out the live. Um, we'll see how it goes. I'm excited. I'm ready.
I'm
You guys
excited for you.
you guys get to see my backyard, right? the state I live in.
Yep.
Yep. So it'll be fun. But anyway, thank you guys for coming on. Sunkiss, thanks for being my co-host. This was awesome tonight.
Thank you for
And,
allowing me. I always have a great time.
oh yeah, this was awesome. And check out those 2 videos, guys. These 2 gentlemen, they had it together. They did. And 2 good videos. And then the other guy the night before was a good video too. We're seeing these men that love Black women, and in a positive way. It's not, seems like they're sincere and there's real love there, not just an excitement type thing, and that's good. But Sunkiss, get you some rest, young lady, and I'll see you again. It's been a pleasure.
Same here. Same here.
And all the ladies that came on the panel, thank you so much. And everybody that watched tonight, I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope it was entertaining. I hope you got something out of it. And
as usual,
this makes my day. I might sleep good tonight, even though I'm going to bed late. But I'll see you guys tomorrow night, and we'll have a good time.
Yes.
But anyway, God bless you guys. God bless you and your families. And I'll see you tomorrow night.
Okay.
Sunkiss, thank you, young lady.
Thank
for
you.
helping me out
Thank you.
tonight.
Thank you. Thanks for allowing me on. I'm so grateful. I really am honored. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and the melanin's popping, and my albinoism is.
Brian, when do you come up with this?
hey, they say we're all Black, right? We're just the outcast albinos. So that's, I got my sunscreen ready for tomorrow and my big hat. So, I'll be okay out in the desert. Maybe I'll use some mayonnaise, put on the skin, and put it on my sandwich.
You know what? Truly, I can't listen. You can tell that this is so not playing. you kept me off guard.
I told that story. I said mayonnaise. You know why we like it? It's like catnip. But I said, you know what? Through the centuries, we put it on our sandwiches, but we use it for sunscreen too. And people were buying it. They're like, really? Really? I said, yeah, because Europeans, there wasn't a lot of sunlight. So we would, when we traveled to places where the sun shined more, we'd have the mayonnaise to feed us and put on our skin to protect us. People believed it.
You know what, Brent? When you told me that, I was like, really? I said, oh. And listen, Brent, I was like, that is a good hack. Wow. Really? The way that you told it was so convincing. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I said, who knew? I never knew. No one ever showed. I know, so many Caucasian people, and no one ever shared that with me until now. And you said, no, I'm just joking. I thought, are you
kidding? No, I was taking that stereotype mayonnaise because they say white people love mayonnaise, right? I was just making a joke, but
it was. I lost my mind laughing. I thought, okay.
Because they say when we're in the sun, we just burn up because our skin's just so.
But you know what? That is a great way of taking it and just twisting it. That was a good twist. I love the way you took that. You took that lemon and made some lemonade. I'm glad that was a sharp way of doing it because I was like, wow, that is amazing. I never knew that. Oh my word. Oh my.
It might work as sunscreen, I guess.
You never know. I mean, I'm almost wanting someone to do try it while you're out and see what happens because I'm wondering. Because I mean, you were just like so detailed. I thought that is amazing.
You know what's funny is my grandfather lived to be 99 and a half, right? He got skin cancer at 93. And it was like a couple spots they cut out. No big deal, right? Well, my wife was like so panicked. She bought me so much sunscreen, these hats. And she thought I was going to die tomorrow if I got some sun.
Sandy was like, "No, my baby daddy. My baby daddy ain't going out like that." Oh, she
Yeah,
was like, "Oh, no. I gotta protect my baby daddy. He get this hat, this snowsuit, these boots."
like, might as well put me in a bubble, I guess.
You walking around looking like the Michelin Man. She's like, "I don't care, but you ain't gonna end up with skin cancer."
I tell you what, she'll make sure I don't get it too. I mean, she's just, but she loves me. That's, she's
Yeah,
just looking out.
she does.
But
That's so sweet. Yes, that's how we love. That's how black women. That's how we love. That's how
yeah,
we. But
it
yeah.
is true.
hmm
But
But
anyway,
okay.
let me get to bed. Sunkiss, thank you so much tonight. I hope you're not
Thank
far
you.
from home, young lady.
Huh?
I hope you're not far from home sitting in the
No,
car.
no. I'm just like an exit up from because I was in
Oh,
Nashville earlier, and so no, I'm just like an exit away from my. I just had to get out of there. The streets and it was tearing my car up. Nashville streets are just. I had to get out of Nashville. So yeah, but I'm not too
and
far away.
maybe go to Knoxville. It's better there, isn't it?
Yeah, but where I'm at, I'm in a suburban area. So long since I'm out of Nashville, I'm fine. I'm like, I did not know that these streets were so bad here. I did because I hardly ever go there. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I had to get out of there. So
Okay. All
mhm.
right, young lady. You have a good
Okay,
night.
all right,
I'll
you
see
do
you
the
tomorrow
same.
night.
Okay, well, you guys take care and be safe. Thanks for
Thank you.
everything.
Yeah, thank you so much. And thank you guys for coming on.
Thank
I love
you.
you guys. This was so fun tonight.
It
And
was.
I had a good time as usual. That's why we're still on. But
Yeah.
anyway, but
Okay. But I'm
yeah,
looking
I gotta
forward to
get ready
Sunday
for
though.
bed.
We have so much to look forward to Sunday. I'm just like counting down the minutes. I'm so excited.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah.
it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it
And
is.
we'll have a good time.
Yeah,
But
yeah, we will.
I don't know what time yet. It just depends how much time I spend playing out in the desert. But
Mm.
uh,
Hey, we're your
fun.
number one soldiers. So we're gonna stand in line and wait for you. So it doesn't matter. We're gonna rock out with you. So whatever, whenever. Just let us know.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
Okay.
God bless you, Sunkiss. Big love to you, my
Hey.
twin sister. And
Yes.
we're twins, guys. Look how much we look alike. I'm just an
Yeah.
albino,
Yeah.
but
They can't tell us apart.
that's right. We look so much alike.
That's right.
I'm just the light-skinned one in the
That's
family. But
right. That's right. They needed a chocolate chip somewhere, Ron. So hey, it had to be me, right?
Right.
Yeah, thanks so much. Thanks. I love you, Brent. Tell Sandy I said hi. Tell everyone I said hi. And I will definitely be talking with you soon, okay?
Okay, sounds good. Good to see
Okay.
you, young lady.
Same here. Bye now.
Good night. All right, guys. Love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna go get some sleep. Give me a few hours before I get on the road. And join me tomorrow night. I don't know what time yet. Like I said, once I get done playing out in the desert, making videos and taking pictures, I'll be, at the hotel tomorrow night, broadcasting from there. My wife already got me hotel reservations. They got Wi-Fi, so we'll broadcast from there. But it'll be a bunch of fun. But anyway, guys, God bless you and your families, and I'll see you tomorrow.